how hard it is to get rid of a woman who actually likes you, who actually respects you, actually loves you? Do you know how hard it is to get rid of that woman?
Yeah, hey, when it come to dating, ain't no holding back. Here to give the game, no cap, so you know the facts. Steve the Dean, Mr. Lucario, time to show him how it go. Ain't no playing around, get it poppin', yo. April MC in the chat, you know she gon' hold it down. It's the dopest show around, didn't know you know it now. We teaching game, yeah, this is a movement. No need to delay, homie, you gon' have to tune in. Let's go.
You don't need to lie. You don't need tricks, pickup lines, and stupid-ass gimmicks. It's weak and shows you think more like a woman than a man. This program will help you get over inferiority, shyness, and lack of self-confidence and feelings of worthlessness. So, if you're ready to change your life and reach your dreams and become the man you want to be, this is the show for you.
All right. We here. That's here in the building. What's going on? Lucario, what's good with you, man? What's good with
Chilling, man. Chilling, just doing my thing. You know what I'm
you?
saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gentlemen, if y'all have a question, go ahead and put a Q. Ask any dang questions y'all guys have. Lines are open. 833-859-8744 is the number. But before we start, again, what's going on with you, Lucario? At the shoplucario.com, y'all can see above you. What's going on with you, my brother?
Yeah, so guys, man, go to shoplucario.com. You know what I'm saying? Get all the stuff. Also, get your online dating consultation set up. You can go to shoplucario.com to get that cracking. And yeah, man, and also go to badboymembership.com to get it going. All right. So yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna be kicking off a show tonight with myself and Zach. So guys, make sure y'all check that out. All right. So guys, I always ask guys, think about this for a second, all guys out there. Y'all guys have spent weeks and months and god damn it, fucking call. Now I can't even get in. Area code 510. We got started the call. We're gonna get the show. 510, what's your name? And what's your question, sir? What's up?
My name is Emmanuel. It's Prosciutto in the chat.
What's up?
Morning, coach. Morning, Lucario.
What's up? What's going on?
My question is, after I do the 1, 2, 3, I exchange my information, tell her to call me, and she texts me. Is it cool if I call her, or do I have to text her?
Okay, Prosciutto, how old are you?
21.
Okay, what do you want to do?
So I called her already last night.
So then why are you asking us what should you do when you already did it?
For next time.
Well, what happened this time?
So yeah, what happened was I called her and she didn't pick up.
Well then okay. So is she interested in you?
No.
Has she replied back to you?
No.
So then what's the problem?
So just leave it alone. Okay, cool.
Well, I don't understand how this ties into our show. Do you not see that you're wasting your time? This is what the show is about, Prosciutto. Because guys like you, y'all spend months texting, calling, planning dates, thinking you're building something real, and then you realize that you're chasing a ghost. A woman that was never, ever interested in you. A woman who breadcrumbed you with just enough attention to keep you around but never go forward. How is it that you don't see? Okay, wait a second, real quick before you throw in Lucario. When did you meet her?
So we matched on the dating app yesterday. I did the 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
She texted me yesterday night.
She texted you yesterday night, and then you did what?
I called her when she texted me.
What did she text you?
She said, "Hey, it's my name. Her name's Layla."
Okay, and you called her, and she didn't answer.
Correct.
And she has not messaged you at all today, right?
No.
Knowing that you do know women have their phone glued to their hand, and they're always looking at their phone. You do understand that, right?
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Cool, so.
What does that tell
Actions
you?
equal truth.
Thank you, Lucario. You got it, brother.
Yeah. So what I noticed is that you called it an ass, because you're trying to figure out. You said you're trying to figure out did you do the right thing? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I want to see if I did the right thing based on what I did.
So what makes you think you did the wrong thing?
That's why I'm calling in to figure out if I did the right thing or the wrong thing.
No, but that's what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you is what made you think you did something wrong in order for you to call in to ask if you did the right thing? That's what I'm asking. Like, what do you think you did wrong?
Now thinking about it, I think I had the expectation of if she's going to be interested, she'll reach back to me. But
why you have an I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lucario.
No, just because what the reason why I'm asking you this, caller, is because I want you to understand something. See, you think that you did the wrong thing because she didn't respond to you, yes?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that all you need to do is let the chick know what you want to do, and then she has to respond. So the thing is that you can't control if she's going to respond to you. But this is what I want you to understand. Your mindset is the issue. Your mindset is, man, you know what? Like I'm doing this wrong thing, and that's why she didn't like me. And if I did the right thing, she would have liked me. But the problem is that you're trying to get her to say yes to you or get her on the date, right? And you're thinking that she didn't go on a date with you because you did the quote unquote wrong thing. So you think that, what did you do? You called her? You say you called her or texted her? Which one?
Called her.
I called her. She texted me. So I told her to call me. So she texted me instead. So I called her after she texted me.
Wait, you told her to call you and she texted you?
Yeah.
So what, okay, you call her, will she pick up her phone? What is that conversation going to be like?
It's going to be planning a date.
No. Let's try this. Again, this is all important. This is what Lucario's going into. You already defeated. You have a defeatist mindset and you set an expectation. So let's say you called her, she picked up and her name was Consuela, and she said, hello. What are you saying? What's that conversation going to be?
Hey, Consuela, what's up?
Okay, she says, nothing, just chilling at work.
You chilling at work? Well, I called you to plan the date. I'd like to take you to a bar and we can get some drinks and have a great time together.
A great time? What's a great time?
Great time is me and you enjoying our company and I'm making you smile and laugh.
But how are you going to do that? You're not making me smile and laugh right now. Is that an answer?
Tell you some jokes.
Tell you some jokes, then tell me a joke. And if it's funny, I'll go on the date with you, she might say. What's the joke?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm fucking up.
Do you see what I'm saying, guys? Y'all don't have a plan. Lucario, y'all don't have a plan. And you don't know what it is you want to say. And this is why you got to get with Lucario. And this is why you got to get on the man mindset to learn the game correctly, because y'all are messing up. And what's worse, Lucario, he can't even see the signs that the woman is not interested in him, Lucario.
Yeah, so caller, do you think that if you did the quote unquote right thing, let's say you say you called her, so you think if you texted her, she would want to see you?
Nothing about it, no.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to accept some women just ain't trying to fuck with you, fam. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Some women just don't like you, man.
Yeah, you already did what you needed to do. You hit her up, you let her know what you wanted to do. She didn't respond, so keep that shit pushing, bro.
Keep it pushing, but know that your 4, 5, 6 is terrible.
Right.
Your next steps are terrible because you don't have a plan and you're not laced with the game to intrigue her, to be excited to go on the date. Just because, okay, Bushido, understand this before we throw it with my brother Lucario. You're not the only one asking her for a date. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And she's going to take what is weird, the most interesting person. Now, I don't mean interesting as his body, his looks, and his status, and his money, and his clothes, and his muscles, his mouthpiece.
The person that makes her feel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For sure. I do appreciate your time. I'm going to get you guys on the back end.
All right. Thank you, Bushido. We appreciate the call. Thank you very much. Appreciate the call, guys. Lines are, we got another call here. Area code 317, sir. What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Kiza Daniel, and I'm 21 years old from Indianapolis.
All right.
My question is my question was, so how do I change the beliefs that that define my value from like other people's opinion, like, and then how do I become the assumption that I have for myself?
You
Wait,
want to go first, Lakari? I
yeah.
take that.
Wait, so you said how do you change what your belief that about what other people have of you?
The belief that I define my values from other people's opinions.
Okay, so you know that you value other people's opinions, right? Like you know this, like you're aware of this. Like this is why you're asking this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so since you're aware of it, right, then you got to ask yourself, why do you care about their opinion? So why do you care? Like, what about them makes you care about it?
So I usually ask myself why. I can't come up with an answer for some reason because I think it's kind of like subconsciously, like it happens when I actually in the moment of maybe an interaction or when I'm doing something and then I still have it like an assumption like they might think I'm doing this, they might think I'm less valuable, they might think I'm not this person. I always have this assumption before even someone says something to me.
Mhm. But this is what I'm saying. My question is, but also, why do you care about what they think, though? What is it like? Why is their opinion about you important to you?
For me, Uh, I think because the way I was growing up, I usually my values usually defined by other people. So that belief is already in me, even though I used to listen to you guys and trying to have a different perspective, but it's always going back to the person who I don't see myself like a viable or have to be accepted somehow or some way. So that way, so I can feel like I'm viable or something.
Well, sir, let me ask you a question. Can we be honest and say this is all about women, please?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I could say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your first problem right there. You're not even being honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's strike one. You're beating around the bush saying other people as if, which all this comes down to you talking to women. And you're not being honest with yourself. That's strike one. Do you understand what I'm saying right there?
Yeah, I understand.
So can you please give us an example of what you're saying to women? What are you saying to the women at the point, and then tell us at the point where you start feeling like they're judging you?
Yeah. So when I'm talking to women, I don't actually think they judge me. So it's actually before I even talk to the woman, that's the problem.
Okay, so
So for example,
yeah, go ahead, give us an example.
yeah. So for example, I might see a woman, for example, because I usually go in a grocery store. So she
Mhm.
might be in a grocery store. Maybe she's looking for something.
Okay.
There's some guy, like there's some people around her.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah. So I feel like I want to go talk to her, but I'm so think my mind is so think like these people gonna hear me tell her like we're gonna get together and have a sex. I still have like
Okay,
a lot
caller.
of assumptions
Right.
coming up.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. So it's going to shock you. Nobody cares about you. Okay. Which means is that no one's going to pay attention to what you have to say. And the fact that you feel it is okay. Your problem is it's not the people looking at you. You just have nothing interesting to say. So what you're doing is you're creating an excuse not to go talk to her because you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to date a woman. Does that make any sense?
Yep.
And because you feel that way, what a lot of guys do, young man like yourself, what you're going to do is you're going to create a scenario in your head to prevent you from feeling what you may think as silly, rejected, or stupid because I'm gonna go over there and she's gonna make me feel those things. So instead of me going over there and just introducing myself to that woman, I rather come up with a scenario in my head of why I shouldn't, because if I go over there, everybody's gonna be listening, everybody's gonna look at me, everybody's gonna see what I'm trying to say. So then you don't go over there. Does that make sense, sir?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So here's the question. What is wrong with having that thought, okay, for right now? Because you asked how you can change, okay? There's nothing
Hmm.
wrong with having that thought but why don't you do this weird thing by prove yourself wrong by going over there anyway? Because the thought is not going to go away until you learn the game. I'm just being honest. Until if you guys are not going to shoplucario.com,
Mhm.
you guys aren't going to the man mindset, you ain't learning the game. I'm telling you right now, the thought is still going to be there. You're not going to be able to get rid of the thought. So that being said, is why don't you just prove yourself wrong and go over there anyway and talk to her, sir?
Yeah, I can do that. Another thing that is actually affect me when I approach women, when actually, because sometimes I might tell myself, let me go figure out how it feels. So I go there, the confidence comes somehow, and then I'll go talk to the woman. But the thing is that, I mean, after I talk to her, and then she might say like, I'm not interested, or I have a boyfriend. For some reason, I don't know why, but I always ask myself like, why do I always feel bad? Like I don't even know why. Like why?
Come on, caller. See, again, this is what, see, all, you ever realize that most of you guys sound like the same guy? Like, it's like y'all read from the same script. Like, what is, it's the same thing over and over. So, again, you guys don't love yourselves. That's why you feel bad. You guys don't understand the game. That's why you feel some type of way. That you guys, y'all are never working on yourselves. That's why you're worried about what everybody else is thinking. You know what I'm saying? All of this stems from low self-esteem, low self-worth, and you not actually believing in yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why we try to get you guys to understand, like, hey, listen, man, if you're in these situations, right, you want to make sure that you are the type of motherfucker who sees his value so that you don't be in these situations fucking things up and then living your life this way. Crazy.
Yeah, caller, if you think about it, this is what Lucario's saying. It's this simple. When you like or hate yourself, you believe in rejection, you judge women, there's self-hate, and you follow blindly, and you have fear, okay? What Lucario trying to say, if you learn the game and you begin to love yourself, you will realize that the woman is not going to recognize in you the things that you recognize in yourself. So the problem is that you're having, young man, is that you don't believe in yourself. So let me ask you $1 million question. If you don't believe in yourself, tell us why she should believe in you. If you don't like yourself, right?
Yeah.
And I'm asking another one. If you don't like yourself, why should she like you?
I mean, she shouldn't like me.
One more thing. If you don't find yourself attractive, sexy, and desirable, why should she find you attractive, sexy, and desirable?
I don't see why.
Right. So do you notice it all starts with you first and then it goes out?
Yeah.
So it's a thing like Lucario's saying, you guys are having all these expectations of you want all these things from women that you don't even give yourself. And this is where you're going wrong. You're not learning the game the right way. You're making it about, okay, I see what you're calling, but you're making everything about the woman. And you're not doing anything to make it about yourself.
Yep.
You see? So next time, listen, you want to change, you can't change it. Listen, I'm be honest with you. Until you go and learn the game, you're still going to have the thought, okay? Because this doesn't magically disappear. But the only thing that I could say is prove yourself wrong by going over there and talking to her. But what are you going to say to her? What do you want to say to her?
I want to say to her that we should probably get together and have a sex sometimes.
Okay, caller. Are you wait, caller. Okay. You want to walk up to her and say, let's have sex. Yes? Yes?
Yep.
Now remember, you're someone who doesn't like himself. You're someone that doesn't appreciate himself, respect himself. You don't admire yourself. So I want to ask you this simple question. Why should she fuck you versus if she sees Lucario walking around the corner? Why you over Lucario? Why should she fuck you?
I'm consistency. I'm reliable, and I'm honest. And
Well, you're not
I have a
honest.
different
You're
tone.
disingenuous and honest. Everything you said was disingenuous, honest, and you don't like yourself. You place more value on the pussy than you do yourself. Remember, you couldn't go over there and talk to her because you feel everybody is watching. So, but Lucario doesn't feel that way. So what is it about you that is going to outshine this guy above me if he's walking in the store and shit looking for some whatever the fuck he likes to goddamn eat? But what is going to separate you, buddy?
Nothing.
But why should she fuck you though? Why should she want to be with you?
I guess it's not what
We can't hear that. What was that?
I said. There's not why. There's not any reason.
There's no reason, but you're saying you're just gonna go up to a random woman and say, hello, what is your name again?
Kiza.
Kiva. So you
Kiza. Kiza.
Kiza.
Yep. Yeah. Kiza. Yep.
Kiza. So you're gonna say, hi, I'm Kiza. Let's go back to my place and fuck.
No, actually, but.
Well, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to her, Kiza?
I'm gonna go there like, hey, my name is Kiza. Listen, the reason I just came over is because I find you very sexually attractive, and then I was wondering if you and me could probably get together and have a sex sometimes.
Lucario, take the wheel, please.
So caller. So what's your issue with just going up to this is what I'm trying to get to understand, right? All right, Shaxis, how many women have you talked to this month?
This month I didn't count, but I talked to you before, so I didn't count, but it's probably because we said 25 days, so I think it might be 100 this month. Yeah.
Huh? What? Say it again.
I think it might be 100 because I don't count. I just
100.
Up to 25. Once 25 is over.
You said 100.
Another for tomorrow.
You said 100.
Yeah, it might be 100.
Hold on, Steve. You got the clip ready? Because we.
Oh yeah, Kiza, this is a special request for you, Kiza. Lucario, go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
Come on, fam. You trying to tell me you talked to 100 women, but you also scared about what other people think, and you worried about other people looking at you when you approached 100?
Yeah. So sometimes I always like be the courage, but sometimes it's like the problem is not actually like approaching. The problem is the assumption that I have about what people think of me. It's like myself actually is the problem, actually the people. That's what I'm saying.
No, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you approached 100 women, right, then what's the issue? Like, what happened with those 100 women? You didn't get no women that wanted to like make anything happen with you?
Say no, Kiza.
I did. Yeah, I did actually.
Kiza. Play the music again, Lucario, please.
When you ready?
Go.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
Kiza, young man. Kiza, you're telling me out of the 100 women you walked up to, you said, hello, my name is Kiza. I like you, and I want you to come back to my place and fuck. And someone said, yes, Kiza.
Yeah, I flirt and I be sexual tension. And so, I was supposed to.
You're supposed to wait. Tell us about this woman that you supposedly walked up to and said, and what happened for her to say yes to you, Kiza?
Yeah, so I was in Walmart. I was approaching ladies. There's some woman I approached. I said the same thing, but it was not interested. There's this girl, so I was like, damn, she's fine. And I go up to her and I was like, listen, my name is Kiza. What's your name? So she told me her name or whatever it was, Shavana, whatever the name is. I said, okay, Shavana, listen. That's why I came over is because, man, just the way those clothes make your booty look very sexy. Definitely turning me on. And she was laughing, all that. And then I told her, listen, when are you free? She said, I'm not actually. I'm usually free like Monday and Tuesday since I work.
Wait, Kiza. Are you on your speakerphone, Kiza?
What?
Are you on your speakerphone?
Yeah.
Well, get off your speakerphone so we can hear you, dog. You sound all muffled.
Oh, me, am I on my speakerphone?
All right, well, move your mouth away from the phone like you're kissing it. Back off that phone a little bit so we can hear you, but keep going.
Yeah. So and then she told me I'm usually available on Monday, Tuesday.
Slow down,
So
Keeza.
I told her,
Keeza, slow
cool.
down. You have an African accent. Slow it down so we can understand you. Slow your words down. You're speaking too fast. Go ahead.
Okay, so I said, okay, cool. First of all, I didn't even tell her to give my number because she say like, here's my number. I was like, and I told her, listen, before I give her my number, right? I want us to get together and have a sex. Sometimes they say, okay, cool. And then I put my number on her phone. She texts me to confirm if it's my number. And then when Saturday came, I texted her so we can meet on Monday, but she has not responded yet. So
you think?
So then, okay, so if you're able to do all this, why are you still worried about what people thinking about you?
I don't even know why. It's something. I think it is something inside, like deeply.
Well, this is the thing, man. This is why you guys need coaching. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things going on that you may not realize is happening. Well, we'd have to actually really sit down and talk to you. So we'll see what's going on. So we could actually help you out here in these streets. Because the thing is, see, you guys got to understand that a lot of times when y'all say things, we know that y'all bullshitting, but y'all think y'all getting over on us. But this is why we need to have some coaching with you. So when we get you guys in private, you know, you could actually really tell us the real deal so we could stop bullshitting. Because the thing is this, you're saying all these things, but it goes against what you're really saying. So it doesn't match up. You understand what I'm saying? You're saying, oh, I worry about what everybody thinks about me, and I'm worrying about what these women are thinking, and so forth and so on, and yada, yada, yada. And then at the same time, you say, well, I approached 100 women, I say all this shit, and then I get shit going on. So which one is it? Is it you have an issue with how people view you and you're worried about that? Or are you out here hollering at chicks and getting shit cracking? Like, it got to be one or the other. It can't be both. Right.
Keeza, if you talk to 100 women, they were around people. So what's the difference, buddy?
So I have it's something that I usually tell myself. For example, I tell myself rejection has to happen because I don't change myself, people's perception change. So when I say that to myself, confidence came. You know what I'm saying? When the confidence is on, I can approach as a man as I can. But when I wake up the next day, it's over. It's over.
So you're not really confident then. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're just putting fucking a Band-Aid over a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, or some
bullshit. Yeah, it ain't, you're not really, see, this is the thing. Guys, you got to understand something. You can't pretend to have game. You have to have game. You know, that's basically all he's doing. He's pretending. Like, you're pretending that you got game.
Hey, Keeza, where are you from?
I'm from East Africa and Tanzania.
So if I pretended I was from East Africa, you could tell that, right?
Yeah, I can tell you.
Yeah. And then you were like, man, you ain't East African. You lying motherfucker. That's not how East Africans act, right? Right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing Lucario's saying. You're faking something that you're not. And then you're going up to these women and you don't even know why. Remember, you don't like yourself. You don't find yourself attractive. You don't believe in yourself. And then you're going up and pretending to have all this confidence, and you don't have confidence in yourself. So it's like you're walking up in just a fake fraud. It's like you're on like a one of those prank shows. Like you're walking up to a woman and it's like a prank thing because you're being real. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So can we say that you didn't talk to 100 women? Can we say that you saw maybe 100 women and didn't say anything? Because I don't think you said anything to anybody, buddy.
Okay.
No, okay. I just admit. I mean, there's no reason to lie, dog. I just understand why you would lie. Say 100. Why 100? Why not 2,000? Why not 1 million?
I mean, before was not consistency, so I just stole a couple of weeks ago to be consistent with that. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I mean, so before was not consistent, like I'm touching every day. So I just stole like I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Just so when I start to be consistency.
Bye. Got a little fat ass in that outfit. Let's go back to my place and have some sex.
Yeah.
But this the thing though. Why would she want to have sex with you if you wake up every morning feeling how you feeling?
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying?
And I mean, that's what I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to.
But how are you trying to fix it? Are you on the bad boy membership or are you a student of man mindset?
Yeah, I'm actually in a baby membership, and it's like, I'm supposed to have a coaching call this Thursday at 7 p.m. It's on time.
With Mr.
Okay, this is the same dude. I didn't even know this is the same dude. Yeah, so we spoke already. We got another coaching session this Thursday. Okay, yeah. So we gonna get more into this, man. We're gonna get more into this when you call up, because there's certain things you told me I'm not gonna say on air.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to discuss that privately, buddy. Okay.
So yeah, so hit me up. We'll talk on Thursday, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So we'll throw you. All right, we'll throw you back in, buddy. Thank you for the call. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I respect. All right, guys, lines are open. Here's another call. Area code 732. What's your name, sir? And what's your question? 732 going
Hello?
once. Yes, what is your name, sir? And what's your question?
Hi, it's me, Michael. We spoke last week. Do you remember? Or
no? What's your question, sir?
Okay. So for context, this girl, I saw she's single on a dating site. She's in my class, and I was speaking to her last class, and we had a pretty good conversation. And I'm not free this week, but next week I'm going to be free. So I'm going to ask her to hang out. What would you recommend I do moving forward?
What do you mean, hang out and do what?
I don't know. Go to the mall or something. I don't know.
You don't know.
Wait. How old are you, Michael?
Like 21.
Okay, so don't we need to have a plan of what we want to do before we ask?
Yes, you're right.
So what do you want to do, sir?
I'm honestly not sure. I just wanted to I wanted to hear from you guys, because you guys always give me good advice.
Sir, you're not us. We're not talking about us. Because 9 times out of 10, they'll be going back to our houses, but you're not us. So what is it that you want to do, buddy? What do you want to do?
Possibly go to the mall, get lunch, get food.
Why are you feeding her?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You got it. Okay, Michael.
Caller. You realize you're saying a lot of I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now
you guys.
Right. So now let me ask you a question. If I told you to walk through this door, I just said walk through the door, what are you gonna ask me?
I don't know. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Right. So if I say walk through the door and you ask me, well, what's inside it? Well, I don't know what's in there. Are you gonna go through the door?
Yeah. Wait, I just need to add something here. So I already got a good few talking points to strike up a conversation with this girl. So like music, stuff that we both relate to. So do you think that's a good starter? And obviously I have family stuff this weekend, so I can't ask her to spend time. So next weekend I'm completely free. So
caller,
figuring out what I should do.
Wait, caller, wait, hold on. None of that matters.
Doesn't matter.
Because not everything you're talking about right now don't matter. And I'm telling you why it don't matter. It don't matter because she hasn't agreed to see you. And she's not going to agree to see you unless you have a plan of what you want to happen.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's what we're saying. We're saying, what's your plan? So when you talk to her and you call her, listen. Listen. Hold on. When you approach this woman and say, hey, let's get together next week, what is the thing you're going to tell her that you're going to do? The specific thing.
Going out for lunch, I guess.
Why?
I don't know. I don't have any other
You're doing
ideas.
it
Nothing
again.
really.
Okay, let me ask another question. Are you sexually attracted to this woman?
Yeah.
Do you want to have sex with her?
Yeah.
Okay, now, how is going out for lunch going to get you closer to sex?
That's a good idea. That's a good point.
No, I'm asking because you say you want to take her out for lunch.
Yeah, you want to take out for lunch at the mall. So you want to go to the mall food court for what?
I don't know.
God. Okay. Okay. Sir. All right, sir. Do you brush your teeth every morning? Which you should do, right? You brush your teeth every morning?
Yeah.
Walk us through what you do to brush your teeth. What do you do? Walk us through it.
I put toothpaste on my toothbrush, and then I put it underwater.
Okay.
Well, you walk into the bathroom, and then what do you do?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. Walk into the bathroom, then what?
I just said that. I put the toothpaste on my toothbrush, and then I put it underwater, and then I start brushing my teeth.
Right, but you missed the other steps. You have to turn on the water, right? Right? You can't just put it underwater because the water's not running.
If it was running before I went into the bathroom.
No, it wasn't running before you went into the bathroom. Nobody leaves
What
their
if
water.
it was?
Sir, nobody leaves their water running all night.
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
This motherfucker is ridiculous. This is why. This is why you're gonna lose, caller. This is why you're gonna lose. So you brush your teeth. Now, let me ask you a question. Why do you brush your teeth?
It's probably my autism acting up.
Caller, why do you brush your teeth every morning?
I don't know.
You don't know why you brush your teeth?
All right, Michael. All right, buddy. We're going to let you go because you're playing around and goofing off. We'll let you go. Thank you for the call, buddy. Thank you for the call. Guys, let's move on to the next call. God damn, we're trying to get to the show. The call's coming in. Area code 602, sir. What's your name and what's your question?
Yes, hi. This is Frank from Arizona. How are you guys doing today?
Chilling. What's going on?
Lucario, Steve. I have a question. Like for the topic was how do you know if a woman is wasting your time, right?
Yes, sir.
So what if I'm going out with this one girl and everything is fine, but I noticed that she steals stuff while we're on dates. One time we left, she said she's gonna pay. I was like, oh shit,
okay,
we're gonna get arrested.
Caller. And I'm dead serious. Please find your parents and get some therapy. There's something broken and off in you. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. There's something really, really wrong with you. Because we're trying to teach people something, and there's something so fucked up with you that you think you can come in here and joke around when you have more problems than all the people in this room. You can't even get a piece of pussy, but you want to joke around. You can't get a woman. You haven't even had a woman in years, but you find it funny to call in and lie about this mythical woman that you don't have that's stealing. I mean, dog, you really need help, dog. I'm dead ass serious. If you think about what you're doing, you're a grown ass man calling into a show. You're grown. Wait, how old are you, caller? How old are you? 40. Okay, my whole point. You're a grown ass man, 40 years old, who can't get near a piece of pussy, but you want to call into a show where we're trying to help individuals unlike you, and you're joking around like it's supposed to be funny. You're the one that has the problem. We don't have the problem. So why would you waste your time? See, you're wasting your own time. You're wasting your own time. Think about it. This is why women aren't fucking with you, because you waste your own time. You don't take shit serious. And you're the one that's 40 years old that can't get any pussy. And yet you're the one calling a show, joking around and trying to be funny. Why waste your time? Why do that?
Yeah, I just want to figure out if
no,
she's no good.
You have there is no she. It's mythical. She's not real. You're in your mother's basement right now, dude. You don't have no women. You're the guy they look at and they point their finger at and laugh at while you walk by, knowing you're the loser. So what are you talking about, buddy? I don't understand.
No, she does. She said she's gonna pay it.
No.
And then we left.
She's not.
And we never paid it.
She's not real. It's all in your head.
Wait, caller. So
Real.
caller. So why are you calling about this girl for?
Is she wasting my time? Because she's good, but she don't like to pay for stuff. And
So
then when she says she pays it, later on she'll tell you, "Oh yeah, I didn't pay for that." I'm like, "Oh,
wait. So you say you went on So you say you went on a date,
uh-huh."
and then she said she was gonna pay for it, and then she didn't?
Yeah, she told me later, "Oh, guess what? We didn't pay for Chili's." I'm like, "What?" Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Why? Hold on. So she the leader or you're the leader?
Oh, I'm the leader.
No,
So then that means you have bad leadership, yes?
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. I got bad leadership skills.
Okay, there you go. So get some coaching.
Yeah, get some coaching, dog. We'll see you later, buddy. Keep making up the jokes. Okay. Area code 408. What's your name and what's your question? 408 going once, 408 going twice, 408.
Hey, sorry, I was on mute. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. What is your name and what's your question, sir?
Hey, this is Matt. So my question is, and I really appreciate you guys taking my call, is that I've kind of hit this plateau where, like my style's on point, my fitness is on point. When I talk to girls, I'm confident. But it's like, if I find the girl to be attractive, it just feels like I get kind of,
right, Matthew,
bad energy from them.
Well, hold on one
second. You said bad
energy. Drunken sailor, stop worrying about other men. That's pretty homophobic, sir. And think about yourself. Worry about yourself and stop worrying about other men. Now, caller, let me ask you a question. How old are you, sir?
I'm 37.
Okay.
No, but it's not other men. I mean, like
talking,
when I talk to girls.
No, not you, sir. I was talking to somebody else in the room. I'm talking to you now.
Oh.
Okay, sir. Do you know what common sense is?
Yeah.
Do you feel that you have it?
I most of the time. Sometimes.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Just no. Okay. Because you either have it or you don't. And young man, you don't have any common sense. I'm gonna ask you a question. What?
Okay.
Because you said you have you say you have fitness. You work out. Yes. And what are the other things you're saying?
I'd say my fitness, style, and my confidence.
Okay, fitness. Okay, you don't have confidence. Okay. So what does your fitness and style have to do with the fact that you don't believe, like, adore, or cherish yourself? What does those two things have to do with anything?
Because they don't. But I'm saying I do have the confidence where I feel that way about myself.
No.
But what I'm saying is,
but wait, how can you feel that way for yourself and then talk about bad energy? You don't feel that.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive. Like, I think highly of myself because I know I put the work in. But I'm saying sometimes when I talk to girls, they sort of give me bad energy.
What's the bad energy? Give us an example.
Yeah, so like, for example, like some girls, like when I'm out with my friends, they'll come up, they'll talk to me, they're like really into me, they'll want my number. But some girls I'll go up to and they like, it's like I've hit this plateau where, and I know looks are subjective, obviously, but like if I think the girl is, okay, they're all on me. But if I think the girl is cute, it's like this ceiling where if they're cute, I just feel like when I talk to them, they don't really want to continue the conversation or something like that.
So then who's the common denominator?
Right. Who's the common denominator?
It's definitely me, for sure. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what am I doing that
I'm gonna show you what you're doing, because you're relying on this mythical thing of your looks and your body to get by. What are you talking? Give us watch this. Give us a prime example of what you're talking to a woman. Give us the last woman that did the thing you're talking about. What did you talk to her about? Did they come up to you and start talking to you? What was the conversation about?
Yeah, so we were in a social circle. We were playing board games at this place that we all go to. Okay. She kind of came in late, and she looked like she was kind of frustrated. And I kind of know her a little bit, not too well, but I was like, "Oh, what's going on? Is it the ex or the kids or whatever?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's the ex or something like that." And we had a little bit of like fun banter back and forth.
Wait, young man, everything's important.
Oh,
number one.
Sure.
why the hell are you in that fucking homophobic social circle shit? That's strike one. And why do you know about an ex? So you're telling me that you've been talking to a woman and y'all talked about another guy? You talked to her before, and in that conversation, you allow her to talk about another guy in your face, and you were cool with it?
Well, I brought it up as like an icebreaker
Wait,
because I
wait,
couldn't think of anything to break the ice.
wait. You're telling me you brought up another guy. I thought you were the guy with all this fitness and confidence and all this other stuff. What guy with confidence is going to bring up another guy when he's the guy?
Well, I'm not worried about the other guy, but it was just a way for me to kickstart a conversation.
No, but you're not listening to me. If you had the confidence, all right, okay, listen to me. Do you think if
No,
listen, if Lucario and I roll up on a woman, do you think we're gonna bring up other guys?
No.
Okay, good. Why? Why won't we and why do you? Why won't we bring up other guys and why do you bring up other guys? Now this is gonna be the connect right here. Why is
Sure,
it?
yeah. At a surface level, you guys can think of a better icebreaker.
There's no wait. What is an you mean an icebreaker as a little circle with a pick on it that you chop ice up with? Is that what you mean? What the fuck? There's no such thing as an icebreaker. What is an icebreaker? Because if there is one, our icebreaker is, hello, my name is Hashim Lucario, and my name is Steve. That's I guess that's an icebreaker. I'm guessing, but why are you looking for an icebreaker?
Because I just struggle to if I can get into a conversation, like I guess I'm better at more deeper conversations. Like if I could somehow get the thing going, and then we could start talking about things, then I guess maybe it takes a while for me to kind of warm up. I'm a little bit introverted.
But I thought you had confidence.
So sometimes I don't always think it through, like what's the best way to get this started.
Caller, didn't you just say you have confidence?
I'm not the guy that's afraid to go up and talk to a girl, but obviously I'm learning that the material I'm using initially, it probably isn't the best. So I need to work on it.
So can we say we don't have confidence? And I think that's the lie. You're lying. You don't have confidence. Because if you have confidence, you have it in all things, not some things. So can we just admit that you don't have confidence now, please?
That's fair. That's fair. I need to work on that.
So you don't have confidence. So again, why would you bring up an ex-boyfriend to a woman? All right, let me give you an example. Let's say
because I couldn't think of anything else to say.
Well, no. Let's say there's a woman named May or June. I won't say April. Let's say April has a cousin named May. Okay. And May has been with my boy Lucario. He's been spreading her cheeks, fucking the shit out of her, making her come, making her feel good. And then she's like, well, Lucario, I want you all to myself. He says, I'm the bad boy of the dating game. I ain't doing that. You need to get your ass on. And she's like, fine. I don't see you, but I love you so much. And then for at least a year, May has done everything she eats, chocolate cake, motivation, all these things to get Hashim out of her mind. And then she meets you at this bar. And then the first thing you do is bring up her ex to bring up all the old memories for her to go back to Lucario. Why would you do that? Why would you bring up a past that a woman is trying to get rid of versus unearth it? Why would you do that?
Right. It doesn't make any sense.
Right. So I'm asking, why would you do that though?
Well, I wasn't thinking, but like I said, in the moment, I was just trying to get a conversation started any way I can to try to take it somewhere.
Take it where?
Well, to start talking about something else and start flirting a little bit, banter, that kind of thing.
Something else like what? Okay, you talked about the ex. Then what did you do, buddy?
Well, like I said, after I kind of talked about that, I mean, she was kind of like smiles and kind of laughing about it, like as a joke. And then I kind of just noticed that, after that, she kind of looked away and seemed like she was tuning out.
Well, you
But
think?
that's this particular woman, but I just mean in general too. Like sometimes, obviously, it's not like that's my go-to line with every girl, but I'm just noticing at a certain attractive level to me, attractiveness to me, it's like I get like no action and no attention.
Okay. Let's stay there. Let's stay there. What's so special about these attractive women?
There's nothing. They're just like at a level where it's like I feel like it's worth me fucking with them. Like I have girls that will come up to you.
Okay. Why? Okay.
But I'm just like not interested in following up with them.
Hold on. Why is it worth you fucking with them?
Well, they're just, like I said, at a certain attractive level where, like, I wouldn't mind be seen out in public with them. I guess maybe that's my metric.
Well,
like,
if
I don't mind being seen publicly with her, then I'll fuck with her. If they don't meet that standard, I just don't even bother.
So why? So why do you want to be seen out in public with them?
I mean, it's not that in particular. It's just, that's the level of attractiveness I'm trying to.
But that's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you because you said you wouldn't mind being seen in public with them. Why?
Yeah, it wouldn't be embarrassing. Well,
Okay,
it's not for my ego, but I'm just saying that's the level of attractiveness I'm shooting for. That's like.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that you're putting the woman on a pedestal because you keep talking about level, right? So you're basically saying there's a certain level, right? So when you're putting her on the pedestal, okay, think about this, right?
Yeah.
Do women want the best guy they can get? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. So how are you the best guy when you are putting her looks on a pedestal?
Right.
Which means you give a shit about the way she looks, which means that you're praising her or seeing value in her based on how she looks. So if you're praising her and seeing value based on how she looks, you, by definition, can't be the best guy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I think maybe that's, I think I'm struggling with that. And maybe I'm not explicitly doing anything because I will charge a bitch to the game if she games with me. But I think subconsciously maybe.
Caller.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I just, there's certain words that just get under my skin. Okay. How can you charge a woman to something you're not a part of?
I am a part of certain things. Like I said, there are some girls that want to mess with me, and if I feel like they're playing games, I will just block them.
No, you said you charge them to the game. You're not in the game. So how can you charge them to the game if you're not?
Well, some girls, right? Some girls I'm in the game. Some girls I'm not in the game.
Okay.
So I'm not saying for girls that are not attracted to me, I have the privilege of doing that. I'm not saying that.
No. Caller, is a lion sometimes a lion, or is he all the time a lion?
He's always a lion.
Right, he's always a lion. So you're sometimes something. So that means the problem is, okay, there's two things now I'm noticing. You lied about your confidence. You lied about having game. You see, you're walking around lying to yourself about things you think you have. And then when things don't work out, you begin to question yourself because you're not being honest with yourself. You don't you don't have game. You don't have confidence. You don't have a mouthpiece. You're bad in bed. There's nothing about you sexually a woman sees that is interesting about you. You don't know how to flirt with a woman. You don't know how to drag out her smiles or her laughs or blushes. You don't know how to do any of that because you're looking to break this thing called ice or icebreaker, whatever you PUAs use or whatever. But there's no such thing as an icebreaker. You're the icebreaker. Lucario's the icebreaker. So does he have to look for something when he embodies it, sir?
No.
Right. So do you see what the problem is with where you're doing?
Yeah, because caller, you keep saying a woman's looks level.
What
is looks level? What does that mean?
What is a look level? Please, what is a look level?
Well, looks are, like I said, I mean, obviously looks are on a spectrum and it's different for everybody. But I'm saying for me, there's a certain threshold of where if they don't meet a certain threshold, like I just don't even feel like it's worth fucking with.
What's the threshold?
It's a point within the spectrum of attractiveness.
But what is that point of? Okay. You're saying
And it's
things
different for everybody.
But what does it mean to you? Because you're talking in a language that we don't understand. So what does that mean? The point of attractiveness in the spectrum. What does that mean? I mean, explain what that means.
So for me, right, there are girls that I think that are ugly and girls that I think are very attractive.
Okay.
In that spectrum, there's a point where I would say, okay, she's cute enough for me to even give her the time of day. And those are the girls.
Oh, perfect. So now let me ask you a question. Name me 3 things the woman has to do in order to get your number.
That she has to do, she just has to be receptive to me. And you know, when I talk to her, when I flirt, when I escalate, if she's receptive,
Wait, what?
You know, I'll either get her number or ask her to give me her number.
Okay, receptive to what? What do you mean? Receptive to what thing? What is the thing she needs to be receptive to?
Receptive to me and my vibe and my mouthpiece and what I'm saying, and you know, how I'm flirting with her, how I'm escalating with her. If she's receptive to that, then I'll ask for the number or I'll get the number.
Okay, so let's go with that real quick. So now, what the fuck does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything about her looks?
Well, if she doesn't meet that looks, I don't even entertain her. Like, they can come up to me and give me their number, but I don't even fuck with them.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
If they meet that threshold, then I start to...
Caller, you're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that everything you just said had nothing to do with her look. That means that it shouldn't matter if you approach the girl who you think is at the looks level or not. So that means that, so what I'm saying is that if you approach this girl that you think is on the mythical scale of 1 to 10, a 10, and then you approach another girl who you think is a 5, what I'm saying is that it shouldn't matter if she's a 10 or a 5 if you have criteria based on when you're going to give the girl your number and what you're looking for based on her actions. So what I'm saying is, how is it that the 10 is acting different than the 5 to you? How is the 10 giving you negative energy or bad energy? Explain that.
Oh, well, so yeah, I agree with you. I don't treat girls that I think are a 10 or a 0. Like, in terms of when I decide, okay, I think this girl's worth fucking with, regardless of how attractive they are, I don't change my strategy. I don't put them on a pedestal, or at least I don't think I do.
Oh, you do? Caller. You see, this is what we're trying to get you to understand. You don't even realize what you're doing.
Right.
You literally just said, well, I don't put them on a pedestal. You do. You just said that if a woman is at a certain looks level, which means you're putting them on. So meaning what I'm saying is this. The fact that you're saying the chick is a 10 or a 5 or this level or that level, right? Whatever. Yeah. As soon as you do that, you've already, right, differentiated how you are going to interact with the woman because you've made the women different.
Yes.
In your mind. So your thoughts become
different, but not better, though, right? I mean, does that make sense?
You said what?
I said I treat them like I don't treat them better, but I just treat them differently, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
If I don't eat a piece of shit, but I eat, a piece of food, I'm not like putting one thing on a pedestal. I'm just like I'm filtering. Right? I want to fuck with this. I want to fuck with that.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's the greatest thing ever.
Caller. What I'm saying is the fact that you say that a woman is a certain looks level or on a higher level. You understand what I'm saying? You put her on a pedestal. And because you put her on a pedestal, that's going to influence how you act towards her. This is what we're trying to understand, bro. That's what I'm saying.
No, I get that. I think subconsciously I'm probably doing that. Consciously, I try not to do that. Yeah. Like, my game is pretty much the same, whether they're...
That's what we're trying to tell you.
Sometimes there are girls that I don't think are attractive, but it's like practice for me, and I want to practice my mouthpiece, practice escalating, and I will treat them the same way I'll treat another girl.
Okay, tell me about this mouthpiece thing, because that... Okay, no. What is it? Because your mouthpiece says that you're going to do an icebreaker. So once you do your icebreaker, what is this mouthpiece thing that you say that you have? Please explain it to us. Tell us about this mouthpiece thing.
It's not much. Yeah, I'm not trying to brag. I definitely don't have a mouthpiece.
But wait, no.
I do the best I can with what I
can. If you don't have it, why do you say, okay, Caller, what I've been trying to tell you, you've
Well,
got to
it's not
stop.
binary, right,
No,
Steve?
you're
Like, it's
lying
not
to
you're
yourself.
a 0 or you're a 10. Like,
No,
maybe you're
you
just a
either
4 or
have
a
it or you
5 in
don't,
mounting.
sir. Okay, let's talk about the line again. Have you ever met half a line before? You either have
when I'm driving through traffic all the time, you switch lanes, right?
young man. It's straight. You either have it or you don't. That's it. You either have it or you don't. And if you don't have it or you have it sometimes, you don't have it at all. Do you understand?
Okay, but Steve, I'm not an Olympic bodybuilder, but I work out. Does that mean I don't work out because I'm not Mr. Olympia?
But
like I'm in the middle somewhere.
Your sickness of working out is part of the problem of everything, because that's a sickness to you, because you're using your body as bait. You're not working out for yourself. You're working out to use that as bait, to create the hook, to create the icebreaker, to create the flirting tactic. Can we just be honest, brother? There's no judgment. Can we just be honest?
Sure, no.
Right,
You're partially right. Like,
Right,
obviously,
right.
I
So
work
that-
out
right,
because I
no.
want to be attractive,
Right,
but I
no,
work out
right.
because for
And it's-
me as well. But
No,
yeah,
no,
I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, and it's no.
I admit to that.
Right. And I'm glad that you're honest, but that's the whole problem. Everything you're doing is for pussy and not yourself. And that's why everything is going wrong. That's why I tell you guys, stay out of the goddamn gym, because you're not doing it for yourself. If you're doing it for yourself at 100%, because you're going to the Olympia, you're going to competitions, you're an athlete, I see that. But you guys are disingenuous. You're using your body as bait, but you don't understand. Your body can't talk for you. Your body can't communicate anything. And that's why you feel that you got to keep going in the gym. You're never
But it does, doesn't it, Steve? Like, doesn't it communicate that I'm consistent, that I'm dedicated?
Caller, check this out. Are you hold on?
Thing about me?
Caller, check this out.
300 pounds, I wouldn't be able to surmise that, okay, this person's undisciplined.
So, caller, let me ask you a question. How are you the only guy in the world that's fit?
No.
Right. So what makes you different than the other thousands upon thousands of guys who not only have the same body type, but maybe even fitter than you?
Cancels out.
That's what we're trying to get you to understand.
Cancels out. So that's out. That's gone. That goes because there's someone who has more muscle than you, more body mass or muscle mass than you. So that cancels itself out. So now that's all canceled out. Now watch this. You who do all that fitness work and all that other stuff, right? Versus me that has a dad bod. And both of us meet the same woman. Who you think is going to win? You with the muscles and you working out and you with ice. But I'm just showing you. I'm showing you that it's not your body and it's not my body. It's what I think about me versus what you think about her. You're thinking more about her than you are yourself, because everything you're doing is for her. There's the problem.
I agree with you. And shout out to Mr. Lucario, because I watch your videos all the time. But I actually do agree with Lucario and his point that looks matter to a certain point, but game is a lot more important. And I think that's really what I'm lacking.
But game is everything. That's what I'm saying. Your looks is part of the game too. That's what I'm saying. You guys like to separate, and this is why I end up confused, because this is the thing. What we're trying to get you to understand is that your thoughts become your actions. So the fact that you notice, you're saying, well, I want to have a certain looks level of a woman, so to outside with her, which means that you're worried about what other people think about you and your woman that you're with, because that makes you feel good. Blows up your ego. What we're trying to get you to understand is that the reason why you're having bad energy from women that you think are really attractive is because you think that there's something special about those women, and you think that if I was able to get those women or attain those women, then that would mean that I'm special. So what you're essentially saying is there's a lack in me that makes me get her, and she's the answer to the lack. So when you talk to the girls who are hotter, that's what they experience. And they say, well, I'm not going to choose him because he's not the guy, because if he was the guy, he wouldn't be putting my looks on the pedestal like you're doing.
Right. Because all the guys put their looks on a pedestal who don't have game. When you put her on a
Right.
pedestal, you're saying I lack sexual experience. I am a weak individual because you're better than me. That's y'all's problems. She's
Yeah.
not special. I don't know.
I've
Listen,
actually lost on girls that were like really attractive because the interaction would go good 90%, but it's that last moment I would fuck up and do something
well, it's okay.
not great and fuck up the whole thing.
Did you
So
know? Did you
I
know?
agree with that.
Right, yo, man. Did you know a 5 can be a 10 and a 10 can be a 5? Did you know that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So-
I
so-
wouldn't mind a girl with a really good face that I could work on.
And I'm fine with that. But what I'm trying to say is that the first thing you got to realize is that you like what you like. That's it. You
Uh-huh.
like that. That's it. The end. And that's where you should leave it at. You like what you like. But the moment,
Well, maybe
you,
that's
but
what
yeah,
I'm doing, but
I
I'm
know.
explaining it wrong
No,
because
no,
there are
no,
girls that I
no.
like what I like, and
No,
I'm
no.
not trying to go for
No,
a 10 out
young
of 10.
man,
Like I'm just trying to go for a
listen.
girl that I think
No.
is attractive.
There you go. I was about to say that. That was a comma. That wasn't a period. I wasn't done saying that. There's nothing wrong with
sorry.
you like. No, it's cool. There's nothing wrong with you liking what you liking. When you label what you like is where the problem comes at. Because there's nothing wrong. Every guy likes what he likes. That's fine. You're going to talk to what you like. But the moment you label it attractive, sexy, gorgeous, and all that silly, weak ass shit you're labeling, then there
Right.
lies the problem. Because now you're taking her and you're placing her above you. And now you're looking up at her and you got to figure, well, what do I have to do to get this woman to look at me? Because she's so beautiful, because she's so attractive,
Right.
because she's so desirable, because she's this and that. See, a man doesn't look at a woman. These motherfucking women are not beautiful, attractive, and all that. Yes, they're pleasing to the man's eyes, but what has she done, caller, to get labeled
Yeah.
sexy, beautiful, and attractive? What has she done for you? What has she done?
Okay. I mean, she hasn't done anything. That's
Right.
why, if I get resistance, I'll charge you the game.
No, but
If I feel like the vibe
Caller,
isn't good,
no,
I'll
no.
walk away.
Caller.
I don't care.
She doesn't give you resistance. You're resisting yourself. It's not, stop blaming the women for everything that goes wrong in y'all fucking lives. They don't give you resistance. You resist yourself because there's nothing up. Okay, caller, easy question. If I throw Lucario, please tell me, why you? Why should she fuck with you? And don't tell me anything outside of yourself. I don't want to hear jobs. I don't hear I got a workout routine where I dedicate myself 7 days a week. Why you? Why should she, out of all the dicks that are being thrown her way, why should she fuck with you?
I mean,
That-
I feel like I'm confident. Like I
Oh.
work hard. I know you said don't list those other things,
you
but
can't listen. No.
it's
Sister.
easy to say you're the man when you
You're
don't
not-
do shit. But I work hard. I work
But-
hard at my job. I work hard in the gym. I put work into myself.
Sir,
I take
but
care of
you're put-
myself,
sir, but
and I
you're-
think highly of
okay,
myself.
But sir, you don't think highly of yourself because you're in the gym for the bitches. You ain't in for yourself.
Well, I am. I said, obviously I want to look good, but I do go for the gym for me because I have a certain physique I'm trying to achieve, like a hobby,
Caller,
like I'm a
me-
sculptor and I'm trying to
caller.
get to something.
Caller, me and what? Me and what? Go ahead and say women.
What do you mean?
Me and women. You go to the gym for yourself, and let's be honest, you admitted it already. For you
Well,
and what?
it's like a secondary thing,
No,
but
but
I
it- that-
definitely
but
don't.
no.
That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying, caller. It should be none of that. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. This is what we're trying to get you guys to understand. See, anytime you do anything to try to acquire,
Even like 1%.
no percent, none.
No, wait. Hold on, caller. Watch it. Hey, caller. What is your favorite drink? What is your favorite drink? What is your favorite drink? What's your favorite? I'm doing a little choreo.
Stevia root beer.
Okay. So if I put can I put a 1% drop of cyanide poison in that? It's only 1%. No, but it's only 1%. No, hey, what is it going to do to the drink? It's only 1%. So why don't you let me drop that 1% of cyanide poison and let you drink it? Are you going to drink it?
No.
Why?
Let me ask you. Wait, call. Let me ask you this. What's the name of the drink you say you like?
Sorry, say that again.
The drink you like.
What was it? What's the name of the drink you like?
Stevia root beer.
Okay, why do you like that drink?
0 calories, and it tastes exactly like root beer.
Okay, so you drink that because you like that drink, correct?
Yeah.
Now, are you drinking it because you like it and because your mom's going to be happy if you drink it?
No, I drink it for me.
Exactly. So how come in this situation, you drink the root beer strictly because you like it and for you? It's not for any other reason.
But for you.
Right? You're not doing it to get women. You're not doing it because your best friend thinks it's cool. You're not doing it because your dad used to do it. You're drinking the root beer because you like it, and that is the only reason you're drinking it. Yes?
Right. But that's also why I work out, because I like it, and I like the
women. You just said
I like the attention I get. I like that women.
You just said that is partly for women. Yes, you just said that, right?
You admitted that, buddy.
Well, I maybe I wasn't clear. Like it's not for women, but I like the benefit I get because women like it. I guess
Then it's for
like
women.
it's just a byproduct of it. But I'm doing it for me. If I got no attention, no. But here's real talk. If I got no attention from women, I would still want to be low body fat, high muscle mass. I would still want to look good and feel confident. Even if no girls liked it.
But then you would say, I'm going to the gym for myself and myself only. You're not doing that.
Sure, that's fair.
Right. And
right.
That's all.
Fair.
We're not trying to frustrate you. We're just trying to get you to see a different perspective of where you don't see. It's okay.
No, I get you. I appreciate you, Steve.
But the moment you make it about a woman is where everything topples. Even if it's 1% or 0.5% or 0.0001% about a woman, you topple everything because you're making it about women and you don't realize it. You want to lie to yourself, but you're making it about the woman.
Because this is what's happening. You think, and this is what happening. You don't even realize this. This is probably your subconscious. You think that the fitter you get, the better your body looks. That will give you the equivalent of what you think with the woman. Meaning, well, if I look this way, then I can get a woman who looks just as good as how I view my body. That's what you're doing. And so what you're saying is that because you want to...
That's true. I admit that.
Exactly. We know this. This is what I'm trying to tell you. And so what I'm saying is you're still caught in the loop of making it about that. And so what happens is when you deal with women, right? That's how you're coming off the interaction. Because remember, whatever you think about a woman or whatever woman you think is hot is only in your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. There's the fact that the woman that you think is hot because it's only in your mind. And the reason why I say that, the reason why it's only in your mind is because you could see a woman and say, oh, I think she's a 10. And then you could ask 10 other niggas and they'll say, oh, she's a 4, she's a 2, she's a 6, she's an 8. You'll get all these different things. So there's no fact that she's a 10. So that means that because she's a 10 to you, it's all in your mind. So that means that no objective reaction a hot woman gives you. So when you said I get bad energy from these hot girls, what you're essentially saying is, or what it sounds like is, well, these hot girls give me this energy because they're hot. That's incorrect. Those hot girls are giving you this energy because in your mind, you think they're hot, which causes you to act a certain way, which causes them to respond to you that way. That's what we're trying to say. So they're giving you bad energy, other guys great
that's what I think I'm seeing, because if I'm not attracted to the girl, like I don't even care to continue the conversation. They have to carry the conversation. And they'll be all over me.
But no, but this is what I'm saying. Why do you think they're all over you? Why do you think that the average girls that you're not really that interested in are all over you?
Because I just don't give a fuck.
Oh, really?
Maybe that comes across.
So how about you not give a fuck about the hot chicks?
By not calling them hot.
Exactly. There you go. See how it goes around? You see how it goes around? See, you give a fuck about the hot chicks because you're saying they're hot. You're, oh my God, they're at this looks level. Oh my, that's you giving a fuck.
Yes, you're labeling them. Okay, let me ask you a question. You like the root beer, yes? Right?
Yeah.
And let's say it has a certain can, like it's a can of root beer that says the root beer you like, yes? And every time you order that can, it's always going to be the same can, yes? Right?
Yeah.
And you like that can, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is what you're doing. You're going to the store, give me the root beer. They give you the same can. Give me the root beer, give me the same can. But then what you're doing is you're looking at the bitch handing you the root beer instead of looking at the root beer that looks the same and say, give me the root beer. But then you look at the woman like, oh my God, she's so pretty. So how do I ask for a can of root beer because she looks so good? Should I do an icebreaker first? And do I need to flirt with her first instead of asking for the can of the fucking root beer? Meaning what Lucario's saying,
Right.
it doesn't matter if the bitch is a 5, a 6, a 10, a 20, a 40, or a fucking 50. You talk to the bitch the same fucking way. You don't change it. But because you're labeling that woman, you feel that you have to do something extra. They're not special enough for you to do extra. That's all they get. And this is where you're going wrong. This is why you're because you're saying, okay, watch this. You're saying,
okay, but I feel like I do because, like I said, for the girls I'm not attracted to, I don't even have to start the conversation. They will start the conversation and they will carry the conversation.
It won't matter.
I have to start it and I have to carry it.
Caller, it doesn't
carry the same energy if it doesn't.
Caller, it doesn't matter. This is what you're not getting. This is what you got to understand. You are acting different based on the woman.
Yeah.
That's why you're having those. So what I'm saying is that
I'm acting different in that I have to kickstart things off. Otherwise, they don't kick it at all. Like only the ugly girls will kick things off.
Oh, really? So caller, check this out. The reason why. And we keep saying the same thing 10 different times. What we're trying to get you to understand is that you think the hot women are different and special. So therefore, your actions based on, okay, let me ask you a question. Just think about this simple example, right? Now,
right.
If a little kid, 5 years old, the kid's like, freaking, 2.5 feet tall or some shit, right? And that little kid says, I'm gonna beat your ass, right? You probably laugh at him and be like, that's so cute, right? Now, if a dude 6'7", right, says, I'm gonna beat your ass, what would you say? Or how would you feel? Would you feel the same way or would you feel differently?
Sorry, say that if the dude was what? You cut out when you were
6'7", he's 6'7", 6'8", all muscle. He's like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Gotcha.
Right. It would be a different feel, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that means that you're gonna react differently to the 6'7" nigga than the 5-year-old, correct?
Right.
Right. Yeah. Because you see that they're different. Yes.
Right.
Right. So you react and you treat each situation differently based on you seeing them different. Yes.
I mean, I have to because, like I said, the interaction doesn't even begin unless.
No. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get you. Caller. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Otherwise, nothing goes down.
Caller. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. The same way where you have the 6'7" guy and the 5-year-old, right? You're looking at them and you're like, oh, I see that they're different. That's how you look at women. You look at the ugly girls as the 5.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And the hot girls as a 6'7" motherfucker. What we're telling you is, right? Is that women, all of them, no matter how they look, are the fucking same. Yeah.
I agree with that.
So what I'm saying is that your only problem is that you are interacting with the women differently based on how they look. And you're saying, well, the women who I don't really find that attractive, they approach me. You know why they approach you? Because you're not paying them attention. You're not putting them on a pedestal. You don't give a fuck. You're just like, whatever.
I see.
So what I'm saying is that
up even before talking to them.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not only fucking up, you don't have a plan. So you don't. Okay, remember, you don't have a plan. You think your plan is flirting because let's move to the next stage real quick. Let's say you get past this icebreaker thing that y'all PUAs have. What goes into the flirting? Give me an example of you flirting with a woman. Give me a
example. So my stuff's not original. Like I reuse things that I find work. So one of the things I'll be like, I'll say something like, I think you and I look good together. We would look good together, something like that, just to kind of gauge how she responds to imagining me and her being together.
Whoa. Okay, caller.
Yeah.
How old are you?
37.
Oh, okay. No. Listen. I want you to please understand this, okay?
Okay.
Women since junior high school have heard that shit you saying. So when
Okay,
an
that's
adult,
fine.
when an adult,
I'm not
woman,
trying to be
no,
original. I'm just trying to get them
but
to
you
react
gotta be,
to imagining
no,
if it
stop.
disgusts them or not,
Okay,
thinking about us,
no,
how we would look together.
Caller, it's your originality that's going to separate you from everybody else. Why do you want to be like everybody else?
Well, I'm not saying other people do it. I'm saying that's something that I do, and it works for me.
No, caller.
If the interaction can get that far.
What do you mean get that? What? Okay, caller. You're saying that we look good together. Wait. What is your in?
I'm saying.
I'd
say we would look good together. I'll just kind of throw that out casually and see how she responds.
Shout out to our dog Zag. No, what I'm saying to you is this. Think about this. When the last woman you said that to, what was your end game? Let us. What was your end game? When you saw that woman that you probably thought was more attractive?
Yeah.
You got through the icebreaker. Then you said we look good together. That woman.
Yeah, that one went well. So if the interaction can get that far, this girl I did it to, she kind of giggled. She's like, "Oh, why do you say that?" And I don't remember what I said after that. Then I got her number, and then we tried to schedule something.
No, let's say wait. If a woman says, "Why did you say that?" What would you say now?
I say different things every time.
No, let's hear
for this girl, she was cute and Italian, and I'm cute and Italian. I said something like, I think, we'd be a cute, we're both Italian, something like that. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it's different every time.
Are you looking for a relationship or are you looking to fuck? Which one are you looking for?
It depends on the girl, honestly. Like if they, if I think they're attractive enough and I like their personality, I go for the relationship.
Wait, real quick. Everybody in the chat room on the count of three, please. When I say three, take your hand and put it on your forehead. Please don't smack your head too hard. 1, 2, 3. Are you caller? Why the fuck are you looking for a relationship?
Well, that's just what I want, right? If I'm doing what I want, that's what I. But I only want that with a certain type of girl that meets certain criteria.
Call it. Before I throw it on Uncle Lucario, listen, just real quick.
Sure.
How can you want a relationship with a woman when you don't have a relationship with yourself?
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's why we tell y'all, stop looking for love. Stop looking for relationships because you don't love yourself. You don't have a relationship with yourself. So you can't ask something of a woman you don't have in yourself.
So, Carl, let me ask you. So, you want a relationship with a woman who don't really like you and don't respect you like that?
Well, this, like I said, for this girl, it worked fine. And, if we meet up and shit like that, then I would be open to it.
Oh, my God.
Okay. But for other girls, yeah, if I feel like they give me resistance or they're not really receptive to me, then fuck them. I either charge them to the game or I keep it very casual.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is how you're going to get a relationship with a woman who loves and respects you and honors you and follows your lead when you put her on a pedestal.
Well, for this girl, I didn't put her. She was okay. She was like right on the edge.
But
so
you're doing it again. You're doing it again.
Again, man.
Like, oh,
I know.
You keep making a woman's looks your priority. That's where you're fucking up.
Again.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping guys. Understand? We're not saying fuck with a chick you're not attracted to. Yes, approach, talk to, holler at, interact with the women that you think are the best looking women that you want to fuck with and all this other stuff. What we're saying is that stop putting the looks on a pedestal because that's causing you to act like a fucking bitch.
Yeah, man.
Zagan said in his comment. Listen to what K. Zagan said. He said he's expecting the more attractive women to give him the same energy as the less attractive women, although he is not putting out the same energy. He wants consistency with inconsistent energy. So that's what you're doing. How you expect the hot women, the women you perceive as hot. See, this is the thing. This is going to blow your mind. Check this out. The only way to get those hot women is you got to not give a fuck about them being hot. You see the paradox? You see the paradox?
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you keep the woman on a pedestal, you're not.
That's why it's so hard.
It's not hard.
Let me show you how easy it is. Check this out. This is how easy it is. All you have to do is focus on your motherfucking self. That's it. That's it. So basically, that's what I want you to start doing. I want you to start looking at women like root beer. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, should I like go into it not trying to kick something off, but more like I'm evaluating you? Like you haven't.
No, stop on
You don't mean anything.
No,
but I'm evaluating
you're
whether
lying, you're lying to yourself.
No.
We're telling you.
Okay.
Okay. You're trying to deceive yourself. We're saying stop making this shit about women and how they look. The reason why you're talking to her because she looks pleasing to your eyes. That's all you need to know.
Sure.
As long as she's pleasing your
Sure.
eyes. After that point, now it goes into the plan.
Right.
What's the plan? How am I going to move her to the A, to the B, to the C, to the D? So
Right.
so what's the plan? And so what I'm saying is that sitting here telling someone we look good together is telling her she's good looking, which you're already labeling her.
So call her. Just like how you eat food, right?
Yeah.
Food is food. You don't have to be like, oh man, this pizza. Oh my God, it's just way more amazing than the Snicker bar. It's like, who gives
Right. Who gives a fuck?
Food.
Food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're like praising the pizza. Oh my God, this mighty pizza. Nigga, it don't matter. That's what we're trying to tell you.
It never matters.
If you like pizza, cool. I like pizza. I'm attracted to pizza. Fine.
Right.
That's out of the way now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, what I'm saying is that the problem is that you are thinking, shit, I don't think I could really get pizza. Maybe I got to do this, this more. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. And so now what happens is when women are dealing with you, right? They can tell, right, that you don't know what you're doing. They can tell you're putting on a pedestal based on your actions. Does that make sense?
It's like a negative spiral. Like the longer I go without being able to successfully, talk to a girl that I think is really cute, like I just get worse and worse.
You're doing it again. You're doing it again.
God, this is why coaching is so important, dog. We have browbeat you to stop giving them fucking words. Stop labeling them. Yeah, you keep labeling them.
Yo.
Wonder why you're not being successful.
Right. Okay.
God.
Stop labeling them. A woman, she's a woman. Look. As long as she is pleasing to your eyes, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Sure.
The end. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'm just saying, I think this is probably something that, affected me before this conversation is that, not having a certain success that I want to have kind of, makes me
wait. What do you want
my energy more off because I'm just not achieving what I think I should achieve.
So,
it's fucking with my head, but I need to not
right.
care. So I get what you guys are saying. I'm just saying that's how I used to think.
No, you don't get it. And this is why you're going to keep going to the goddamn gym and chasing that ghost. Because you're saying, look at me in the mirror. I'm buff. I'm chiseled. I've got that good body. I've got that nice career. Then what's wrong with me? Well, I got to work harder. I got to be buffer. And I got to keep raising my career to get what I want from these women. This is your problem. You're hooked in this cycle of always chasing this ghost. Because watch this. Let me guess what you want. Some pussy? Is that what you want? Some pussy? Be honest.
Like I said, it depends on the girl. Like some girls, I want a relationship. Some girls just.
But how can you look at something and say I want a relationship without getting to know the bitch for her? How can you look at someone and say, look at her, I want a relationship with her?
Well, I don't do that. I don't do that.
You just said you was looking for a relationship.
Whether I find the girl attractive or not, then I will talk to her. And then as I talk to her, if I feel like her values or her personality is something that I would want to have a relationship.
How long does it take you to decide you want a relationship with a chick?
Probably within the first 30-40 minutes, I will decide like, okay, is this someone I would even entertain a relationship, having a relationship?
What? What?
Oh my God. Oh.
I'm not saying like in 45 minutes I wanted to be my girlfriend. I'm saying in 45 minutes to an hour, I'm deciding, am I going to immediately just throw her into the casual bucket, or will I even bother to entertain trying to,
What have you learned in 30 to 45 minutes that makes her a good candidate for someone that can potentially be a girl?
What is it?
Well, I'm not saying she's a good candidate. I'm just saying I haven't put her in the other bucket
But
yet.
what is she
But I'm not
doing?
saying, I'm not like praising her or anything.
Yes, you are. What is she doing to you? Put her in that category. What is she doing? Smiling and laughing at your boring jokes?
If we talk about, like, if she has, a good job, she seems smart, she seems like she comes from a good family. Like, these are things that don't get her eliminated. But I'm not.
So caller. Okay, so now, caller, hold on. Now let's do this again. Let's do this way. Name me 3 things that a woman has to do to be your girlfriend.
Has to do, or has to possess as like attributes?
No, it has to do for you, meaning that there's these things that need to happen in order for her to be in a position as your girlfriend, meaning that this has to happen, and this has to happen, or else she could never be my girl.
Okay, so if it's due, I'll keep a girl in my life if she's helping me on my mission, if she's an asset to my life, if she's, receptive, if she's not,
No, give me concrete shit. Concrete shit.
Down, I guess.
You're 37 years old. You're 37 years old.
Concrete stuff. So okay, so one is she helps you with your work. That's one.
Not work, just in life, right? Like if she's coming over, if she's helping me, clean up the place, if she's, I guess doing traditional things, like in terms of doing, like, yeah, I would then consider some type of relationship. But there are other things that I would want. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone that is like unemployed. Like, I'd want her to have a job.
Okay, so
now, like, she has to do, like, she has to do like traditional things. But if she wants to do those things and be my girlfriend, then there's more criteria about her I would have to evaluate.
So caller, is this what you want, or is this what you've heard other people say? Because it sounds like you're talking about like
this is what I want.
Okay, and so how do you
be in a relation? If I'm going to put her in the relationship bucket, yeah, I would want these things. I would want certain attributes. I would want her to demonstrate that she's all about,
So caller, how do you know that in 45 minutes of talking to her? How do you know that in 45 minutes of talking to her?
I don't, but I'm just saying within 45 minutes, I don't immediately like put her in the fuck it. I'll get to her when I get to her, and she's just a hookup.
But caller, that's what you just said. You said that you would talk to the girl for 45 minutes, and then you would either put her in the what category of just get casual or relationship category. Yes.
Yeah. Well, she's not in there permanently. I'm just saying she's in there until she's not in there. But like
But then how is she in there when
she's only that?
But this is what I'm saying.
The vetting doesn't stop until 6, 7, 8, 9 months. You know what I'm saying?
So this is what I'm saying. So what you're saying doesn't make sense, because you said you meet a girl, you talk to her for 45 minutes, and then you decide whether or not this is a girl you just want to have sex with, or a girl that you potentially want to be your girlfriend. So what we're asking is, what in those 45 minutes is happening that lets you know that this will be a potential girlfriend. And then on top of that, I said, what does a woman have to do? So doesn't she have to do things in order to be a potential girlfriend, or show you she can do those things? And she can't show you in 45 minutes, right?
She can do some things in 45 minutes.
Like what? Tell us.
Definitely puts her in the girl.
Like what? What can she do in 45 minutes?
Do in 45 minutes in a conversation that lets you know she's girlfriend.
Well, I meant not in the conversation. I mean, if she shows like genuine burning desire for me, that's definitely, it's more like, maybe in 45 minutes, I'm looking for red flags. And if there's a red flag, she gets eliminated. If there's no red flag, she's still in the running, So if a girl showed me genuine burning desire in 45 minutes, like we're making out and she's like all over me, like that would be a good sign. I wouldn't eliminate her, but
that would be a good sign for her for what? For a relationship?
Sure, yeah. I would not want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't have burning desire.
Wait. So you'd be in a relationship with a woman you just met all over you, knowing that you don't have any game or no skills. So who else is she doing that to?
I mean, that's a fair point, but I'm not saying if she makes out with me, I'm going to make her my girlfriend. I'm just saying she wouldn't be eliminated.
But what would you make her? If she's
any girl
in the running, then.
So caller. If she's not at the looks level, you're not gonna make her your girl?
So I think Steve brought up a good point. Like, if I feel like she has something to work with, I would consider. Yeah, I would, even if her body isn't my type, I could work with her and get her to where I want her to be. But if the face isn't there, then yeah, I wouldn't want to do anything long term though.
Caller, listen. I know you want to have sex. I get it. But what I'm saying is that how are you showing the woman the authentic you when you're trying to be like everybody else?
I mean, that's not a line I hear anybody else use. But I don't know. I guess it just depends. Like, some girls I can be very comfortable with,
But
and
girls,
I guess,
okay,
like I said, I'm getting hung up on looks. But you know, those girls, I can be my authentic self, which is I don't really give a fuck.
No, the authentic self is you're ugly to yourself because you find beauty in everything outside of yourself.
Yeah, I will admit to you, Steve, that
it's cool.
There was a point in my life where I was overweight and I was very self-conscious of my looks.
Call it.
And it probably still haunts me.
Caller, there are guys who are your weight before you who are smashing the chicks you want to fuck at your fit self. So it's not okay, call it. Let me explain something very simple. And it's going to fucking go over. It's going to be amazing. Do you know that emotions don't have a weight criteria, a height criteria, or a job or an age criteria? It just feels. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why when I called, I wasn't, my position wasn't like, hey guys, I'm too ugly for girls. It's, guys, there's something wrong with my game.
No, there's something wrong with me. You are too ugly because you keep calling them attractive and beautiful and all these things you should be calling yourself. You should walk up to these women saying, I'm going to make your day because you're with me. You're with me. You're the guy. I'm the guy. Because the moment, I said a few days ago, the moment she says, I never met a man like this, that's when her reality changes. Because her life, she meets so many of you in her life that she's never met a Lucario before. And when she meets a Lucario, no matter if he's 300 pounds or the way he looks right now, it's the way he makes her feel because he feels about himself more than what she feels about herself. You guys are making these women who are insecure, low image, low self-esteem, low self-worth, and that's what makes them women. You're trying to uplift them women and telling them they look good, knowing they know they ain't shit to themselves. So they know you're lying. They know that you're just trying to say things. That's what I'm saying. Why would you say that? Why would you move that way? Talking about we look good together. But you don't talk that way to women. Now let's real quick. What is the next? What is it? How do you move to what? Okay, let's go to the date. Let's just move to the date real quick. Let's say you get a date.
Well, I can tell you how I get them on a date if you want to rate that.
I don't need to know that because I don't want to know about chloroform, duct tape, and rope. So when you get on the date, what are you talking to her about on the date?
So initially we just kind of shoot the shit, but my go-to date is mini golf. I like to be up and walking around and doing a fun activity with them, and that's how I find ways to like escalate and put my arm around them and stuff like that. So we'll just shoot the shit about, basic, work shit, but then I'll slowly transition to
why?
Just kind of teasing with her, flirting with her.
Tell me why. What's the plan? Why are you interviewing her versus seducing her?
Well, I go into seducing. I started off, we do a little, small talk here and there, but then as soon as,
there's big dick, there's big
10,
dick,
15 minutes later, it goes to more seduction.
Do big dick motherfuckers have small conversations?
No.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that's good. Let me say, a man that can really fuck and is good in bed, do you think he's going to have a boring, minimal conversation that has to do with anything about her job, what she does for a living or anything like that? Do you think you're going to ask that silly ass shit?
No, but sometimes they bring it up. And so, I mean, should I just ignore it?
Caller, who's leading the conversation?
As a man, I have to lead us out of that into something.
Caller, who leads the conversation? You or them?
I mean, it's me, but I mean, you can't ignore the fact that sometimes they're going to come and they're going to ask me a question, right? Like,
so what?
It is what it is.
So who cares?
Well, I agree. So after I answer that, I always, because I
Why do you
know
have
that
to answer it? Caller, why do you have to
bullshit conversation, things are not going to go down. So I always lead us out of that.
Caller, why do you have to answer their question?
You don't.
Well, wouldn't it be weird if she asked me, like, what do I do? And I just don't tell her?
You don't need to
You
tell
don't need to tell her.
It's none of her business what you need. Okay, wait. You might as well tell her your social security number, your bank account number then, right? That's none of her fucking business. You want, hey, watch, remember I told you. She's so used to basic losers asking the basic question. That's what
I agree.
Right. So when she asks you
and
that
I stay
question,
out of that as much as I can.
You know what my job
Or-
is? No, you know what my job is?
Go ahead.
Is to go mini golfing with this woman so I can show her why she should get on my dick.
Exactly.
No,
I
but
agree
you
with
know,
that.
but you're saying no. I'm a baker, or I'm a baker, or I'm a teller, or
Yeah.
But you don't do that. You're not giving her pushback. You're not being fun. You're not being flirty. You're following her fucking lead. Don't answer
Well,
her
I will
question.
change it. I will just give her something quick, and then I'll immediately change it to something more fun and, something more in the moment. Like I'll tease her about her golfing if she misses a shot. I'll be very fun and playful with her, but I know not to stay in that realm for very long. And if I'm asking the questions, I won't lead us into that area.
What question are you asking?
Like I said, it's going to be very much like we're on the date and we're doing something and we're having fun. And so my conversation topics will be about teasing her and just having a good time. So it's hard to tell you right now what I'm going to talk to her about.
The last woman that you went putt-putting with, you said, Lucario said, I have a question to ask her to put her somewhere. What's the question you're asking her?
Wait, say that again? I have a question to put her somewhere?
You said that you're going to ask her a question. I'm asking you, why are you asking women questions versus making statements?
Oh, I don't remember saying I asked her a question to put her
somewhere. You're saying you don't, okay. She asked you what you do for a living, and then you want to turn it around. So how are you leading it? Where are you leading it to? What's the play here?
Well, I lead it towards a certain vibe where it's very, in the moment. And so I will quickly answer the question and give her, a few sentences, but then I will immediately start observing the situation we're in and commenting on it. I may comment on the kind of shoes she wears, or like I said, if she misses a putt, or, I'll put my arm around her and say, hey, look at that over there.
Wait. Are you a fashion designer?
No.
I've always asked about you guys. So are you sure? You're not like, hey girl, I'm a fashion designer.
Well, I don't care about her shoes. I'm just using it as a conversation piece.
Listen to me. This is very important that y'all motherfuckers got to understand this shit. If you don't care, they know you don't care. So the fact that you're asking about something you don't give a fuck about means that there's something behind that you're trying to hide from because you're being disingenuous.
Well, I do care because it's something that I see that I can tease her about. Because when I ask the question, I am genuinely having fun with her and having a good time. It's not like I'm like, oh, I love those boots. Where'd you buy those boots? It's not that.
Sir, you just said you don't care about her shoes. Yes? Yes?
Well, I don't care where she bought her shoes, but I care to comment, why she wore them or make a statement about how it makes her look.
For what? To tear her
for banter, for a fun time.
Because you want to know why the pickup artist teaches you guys to fuck with their insecurities and shit by talking about what they're wearing, so they double think and say, "Oh my God, am I wearing the right thing?" And you leaves y'all with a fucking weak ass opening to take advantage of them, motherfucker. Let's be honest, man. You're doing that to tear. Yeah, see, laughing, see that, guys. That's why you're laughing. Come on,
it's just fun. I'm not putting them down. Nothing is ever mean-spirited.
Why are you talking about her shoes then? You don't give a fuck about her shoes. Why are you talking about them?
I don't give a fuck, but it's going to lead me to fun teasing and to a fun vibe. That's what I'm talking
about. Why are you teasing them?
Why are you teasing her?
Because that's what I want to do in the moment.
Okay.
But it's not mean-spirited. It's for fun. I'm leading us to a fun interaction.
Wait. What makes her pussy wet? Teasing her or seducing her?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. I think in
wow,
seduction, there's a
whoa.
little bit of
You're
teasing.
not- but you're not seductive. So this is color. You think teasing a woman is gonna make? Do you think you teasing her about her shoes gonna make her pussy wet?
No, but it's going to lead to a vibe that will make her pussy wet.
Like
Because
what?
when she's giggling and laughing, I'm going to put my arm around her, and then I'm going to kiss her, and I'm going to escalate on her.
Oh my God! I can't swear. I can't make this up. Call it. All right.
I mean, it works for me.
Call it.
But it's just not on the girls I like. That's the problem.
Why? Because they're not. Go ahead and tell it. Because they're not what to you? Why are you dating and fucking with women that are not aesthetically pleasing to your eyes? Why are you fucking with them?
It's for practice.
Oh my God.
Niggas is wild.
Oh my God. All right. So you do understand?
You don't even realize. How
you're cheating the game, dog.
You realize that you're still in the paradigm. The fact that you're saying I'm using these women for practice means that you're still putting the other woman on a pedestal.
Right. And
no, I get that. No, that's fair.
And why are you going out with mud ducks? If you don't like how she looks, why are you going out with her?
Well, because when and this is going back to pedestalizing, so I know that. I'm not going to do that in the future, but the reasoning would be when I do find someone that I do think is attractive, I want to have, I want to be practiced and experienced by them.
Not, let you go.
This is the first time I'm doing,
you got to get some coaching call.
I want to be like the 30th time I've done
We're going to let you go because you keep fucking doing it. You keep saying that word at look. Get some coaching on the back end, okay, buddy? Because you don't understand it. We've been talking to you, still saying these fucking women are attractive. So we got to.
No, I get that, but okay. I have to give you. If I did it in the past, I have to give you the past explanation.
No,
why
we don't look in the past because we don't look back, young man. Okay, so just holler at one of us on the back end, okay, buddy? But we appreciate the call.
All right, appreciate you, Steve. Appreciate you, Lucario.
Thank you. Great call. Let's move on to the. Well, I guess okay. Lines are open. Let's continue. And real quick. If you're wait, where's the guy that said that? Wait, where's that motherfucker? I can't. You know what I don't like? I don't like people like you versus me, where you're asking how long the call is, but your bitch ass isn't calling up. At least that young man is looking for help, and your fucking ass is sitting on the sideline. So please shut the fuck up or call the fuck in and get help. But don't sit here and judge people who are looking for help when you ain't doing shit. But anyway, Lacar, let's get back to the show, guys. Lines are open. But Lacar, let's continue. I mean, we don't have much time, but let's get into some of these situations here. All right. So first thing is inconsistent communication. Now, Lucario, again, we're talking about women, guys who don't see the signs. So when it comes to inconsistent communication, when do you turn it up? When do you realize, or what is the Lucario plan? Okay, because everything we talk about has got to be in the plan. So what is Lucario's plan for Lucario when he's talking to a woman that's giving him inconsistent, communication, my brother?
Right. Well, the thing is, what I talk about is keeping things very tight and efficient. So what will happen is that a lot of times the reason why you guys are getting inconsistent, responses is either because she's not interested in you or you're being inconsistent yourself, which is why you're getting inconsistent responses, right?
Yes.
So all you need to do is make sure that you have a plan, and then you're sticking to the plan, and you're going in the direction you want to go in, so that the woman has something to respond to. So a lot of you guys, you exchange numbers with a girl, and you just say, "Hey, what's up?" and "What's going on?" And you're like, "Why she ain't texting you back?" And I'm like, "Bro, you're not making no plans." So you got to make some plans so that you don't get that inconsistent energy from the woman. And if you are making plans and she's, not responding or whatever, that gives you all the information you need to know.
Right. There's a lot of guys out here when this happens because y'all don't have any game. What y'all will do is say and make a big excuse. You know what? Maybe she's busy. Or most of you guys will rationalize it and stick around hoping and praying for what we call pussy scraps, where she's just giving you a little bit of attention. But as a man, when y'all learn the game, you're going to say to yourself this way: if you're not consistent, you're not serious. And you will walk the fuck away, because inconsistency, guess what? It insults your standard. A consistent man is never going to entertain, Lucario, an inconsistent ass woman. That's disrespectful to us. Why the fuck am I gonna be with somebody that is gonna be hot and cold here and there, man? Fuck that, Lucario. What say you on that, man?
Yeah, exactly. If she's not, being consistent and doing what she need to do, then I ain't fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Right. Zag is killing it. Our dog Zag. A man with standards would never ask of a woman that he doesn't ask of himself. Yes, absolutely. Next one we have right here is that she never initiates plans, Lucario. Okay, Lucario, I thought on you. What is your thought on that? Because you know how it is, dog. You wake up in the morning, they'll give you their itinerary. They'll let you know what they're doing. They'll send you photos and let you know I'm actually here. Baby, I want to let you know I'm not doing what I'm not doing. But when they never initiate plans, Lucario, what say you? What does Lucario say to a woman that does that, never initiate any plans with you?
Yeah, the thing is, when a woman is feeling you and she gets an experience of you, a lot of times what'll happen is that she'll want to continue that experience and make things go down. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that either they'll try to initiate it, sometimes they won't even necessarily initiate plans, but they'll initiate trying to get at you. You understand? So they'll text you, "Oh, what are you up to today?" And when can I see you again? Stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? And then so you can create something based on that if you want to make something happen.
Yeah, hold on a second. 27. What's your name? What's your question? Hello, 27.
Hello.
Yo,
dude, please fix your phone.
Speak into the phone.
Into the phone.
No, what you call it?
What is your question? What?
I'm on the phone.
What is your dude? We're gonna ask you one last time. If your phone is like that, we gotta let you go. I know you're in another country, but speak into your phone. What is your question?
Yeah, I'm currently in South Africa, residing from South Africa. My name is David. I had a quick question regarding some of the stuff you guys were talking about. It's been a while. I actually been in the college. So regarding the idea of attraction and then having that with, I guess, sexual attraction, like infatuation with a woman, because
infatuation.
The more attractive a woman is, you tend to.
What
infatuation. I read that up.
Wait, I'm infatuated. Hey, the two people on this panel, we're infatuated with ourselves. So what do you mean infatuation with a woman? What does that even mean? Tell us what that means, human.
I know, but it's like I don't look in the mirror and say, "Damn, I want to fuck myself." It's like,
well, and there lies your problem. You don't mirror on the wall. You don't ever do that. No, you don't. No, you don't. So wait, what is your question? Because we can't understand. What's the question you're asking? Give us the question. We can give you the answer.
Okay. So it's like if I see a woman that I like, it's like I'm attracted to her, and my mind automatically goes to the idea of like,
okay, his phone. I don't know. His phone fell off. Anyway, let's get back to what we were saying. So guys, call in. Anyway, so for a lot of nice guys, Lucario, when the woman never initiates any plans, what these guys do is they double down thinking that the effort's going to win her over, and that's the mistake. And all it does is make you look fucking desperate. As man, one thought, one mind, one way. We don't chase, we lead. And if she doesn't even fucking meet me more than halfway, then I'm rolling the fuck out because I'm the prize, Lucario. You're the prize. When you're the prize, she's got to prove why she should be on our dick, why she should be worth our time and our attention. And that's why when a woman does it, and that's her right, Lucario, she can do whatever she wants, but I'm not fucking wasting my time with that. What say you, Lucario?
Right, exactly. The thing is, you got guys out here who they chase women and they think that's game. You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll be like, "Oh, but you give it up too quick, and you should just keep." No, it's like you guys don't understand that when a woman wants to make shit happen, she'll make it happen.
Oh
right?
yeah,
she'll come through. If she really wants to make things go down, she'll be receptive. So all of this stuff that you guys are doing, as far as you trying to wear a chick down and all this other stuff, that's not having game. That's you guys just chasing a chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. We'll get to the next one in a second. Area code 862, sir. What's your name and what's your question?
Yeah, hello. My name is Calvin. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, the question that I wanted to know was, do you guys think it's a good idea to try to pull like two girls at the same time if you're like out at like a bar in the club
Sir,
by
you
yourself
can't even
and you
get
don't have a wingman with you?
sir, you can't even get one. So why would you try to pull two? You're not making any sense. If you can't even
No,
get
I'm
one,
asking.
no. I'm asking you. I'm throwing it back at you. It's a thinking man's game. If you can't get one, how the fuck do you think you can get two?
I mean, just letting them both know that you're interested in
Oh
both
my
of
god!
them.
Oh, dog, wait, listen. Okay, all right, okay. Because sometimes I don't want to yell. I always gotta. Do you have a handicap or mental disability that you can't articulate things?
No.
Do you understand
Uh,
numbers? Do you understand what a 1 and a 2 is? Right, right. 1 and 2. Right, right. You understand that?
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna slow it down for you. If you can't get one, why are you asking about getting two?
Well, no, no. Listen. So the reason why I'm asking is because like when I go out, like I don't have a wingman right now, and like most of the girls that I talk
Okay.
to, they're all in groups.
Wait. Do you think the person above me needs a wingman? You think Carrie K. Zagan needs a wingman? 1950 needs a wingman. Miles needs a wingman. Dre, motherfucking Boss Mac, and goddamn Rosebud or Taekwondo. Do you think we need a wingman? A wingman is
I
gonna
guess
slow
not.
you down. What you tell me? So you gonna call your boy up? Hey, I need a wingman tonight. Let's go to the bar so you can walk around with me. What are we doing? Do you
No, because
really?
I'm talking. No, I'm saying because all of the girls are in groups when I go out. Like
Good.
I don't see girls by themselves.
So
Like I could talk to a girl by herself. Like I'm good at that. But I mean like when they're in
how
groups,
you
you
do
know.
one
So,
thing, you do
caller, are you did you go on, did you get on the Bad Boy membership?
Yeah, I've been checking out the videos. Yeah,
I have a whole video called "The Art of Approaching Groups of Women." How long you been on the Bad Boy membership?
probably like 4 weeks now. I'm
Okay,
still going through the videos. It's a lot.
cool. So you just got on it. Okay, so I have a program called "The Art of Approaching Groups of Women." So you definitely need to watch that. Take notes.
yeah.
So you learn how to do that. But Steve is right though. You're talking about getting two chicks when you still talking about you having a problem or that you can only holler at one girl and you need a wingman. So what we're saying is that you need to be able to do that efficiently. Then you can worry about all that other shit.
Man, I love talking to groups of women, man. I live for that shit. That's the excitement. You if you don't get a thrill out of that, dog, you got to go study what Lucario's saying, okay, buddy? All right?
All right.
All right, but we appreciate the call, buddy, okay?
All right.
All right, respect. Good call. All right, let us continue. Oh no, come on, dude. Look, dude, look. I know your phone's messed up from South Africa.
Mhm.
Just ask you a quick question because we're doing the show. What's going on, buddy? What is your question?
Hello, please. Can you hear me though?
Okay, what is your question about these attractive women? What is your question?
All right. I'm having trouble expressing my positive traits in a way that actually, like, goes deep. So I was actually calling to ask, like, how can I do that better?
How can you do what better? What talking to women?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So, like,
wait,
the reason why I'm asking this question,
no, I got you. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay. If you want to be a doctor, you go to medical school, yes? Yes? Are you listening?
Yes,
Yeah, you're all right. I know. Don't frown because you know what I'm
yes,
about to say. You're frowning right now, so you don't want to learn. See, you don't want the answer. You know what you want us to do? You want Lucario to cross his goddamn his arms like I Dream of Genie, wiggle his nose and tell you to blink your left eye, and you'll magically get every piece of pussy that you want. That's what you want. But you see that, Lucario? He knows what I'm about to say. You see how depressed he got?
Mm-hmm.
Caller, you know the answer. Yeah, that's why you're laughing, because you're looking for a cheat sheet, bruh. Come on, dog. Losers can't be winners overnight, buddy. It doesn't work. So
I
you know,
get you.
right?
I
I
get
know.
you.
I know. I hate to be a damper. I'm sorry. Hey, watch this. No, hey, blink your eyes 2 times. Oh, ha ha ha! April Fools. I guess that's my April Fool's joke for today. But anyway, but it's not gonna work for you, dog. You gotta learn the game, okay, buddy?
Yeah, I get you. All right, Steve. All right, Lucario.
Yeah, hit us up on the back end, man.
All right, hollers on the back end. Thank you, buddy. All right, let us continue, guys. Getting back to what we were saying about some of the things. The next one, Lucario, is a woman that is flirting with you, but never commits anything after the light flirt banter. What say you on that, Lucario?
Yeah, that's a lot of times, those are women who are attention whores, and guys who don't have game can't tell the difference between a woman who's really into them and a woman who's not, because they think just because a woman is talking to them that, that means she's interested. Like I've heard guys say, oh, well, if she shows up on the date, that means she wants you. I'm like, no, nigga, y'all don't understand. Like we'll play games and manipulate you and try to use you, and they look at you as a mark, and then that's what'll happen.
Because a lot of guys who don't have game, Lucario, will always confuse attention for interest. And they hang around her hoping that one day she'll change her mind. And goddamn, look, South Africa, we just told you what to do, buddy. We just said goodbye to you. Why are you calling us again? Why are you?
This is Dante, the other guy from Africa.
Oh my God, we're getting all these South African calls. What's your question, buddy? What's your question?
Yeah, y'all got common fan bases, but let me just drop these off real quick. But my main thing was regarding infatuation and just lust overall.
Caller, get off the zebra and focus. What's your question?
Okay, I'm here. So when it comes to, I guess, having certain interest in a woman, let's call it like sexual attraction or lust or whatever. You see, I feel like that's the core component when it comes to you enjoying sex as a man. So how do you go about enjoying that if you're gonna feel like she's whatever and she's just like every other quote unquote not attractive girl?
What are you talking about? Wait. You're talking about wait a second. Nobody said to say anything bad about women. What are you talking about? You said sexually attractive, but
no, nothing bad. Nothing bad. It's just like if I feel like I'm gonna treat her in the same way that I treat every other girl, then she's probably not attractive to me, and I'm probably not gonna enjoy it.
Why?
So wait, I'm confused. So you're saying that you think you need to treat women that you think are attractive different or better? Like what are you saying?
Yeah. I feel like the only reason I treat them different is because I have a lust for them. That's what influences my behavior.
Caller, shouldn't any woman you approach or talk to as far as trying to make something happen sexually, shouldn't you have a lust for them?
I mean, true, but sometimes, like I've been listening to your show with like, at least you have to have some kind of attraction to her. So I don't overthink it as much as I used to. Because before I would overthink it and I wouldn't approach as much women. So now I'm approaching a lot more women, but I'm realizing that it's not those specific women that I wanted.
Well, what do you mean? Wait.
What I'm saying is if you interact with women, right? And the women you interact with are women that you're sexually attracted to. What's the difference? There's no difference because they're all sexually attractive, yes?
Unless he's talking to the ones he doesn't like. Are you talking to the mud ducks that you don't like, or are you talking to the ones you do like?
I mean, I'm opening myself up to the mud ducks.
Why? Why would you do that?
I feel like my type is a bit too niche, as Lucario had put in one of his shows.
Caller, we're not talking about caller. This is what I'm saying. We're talking about a mud duck. We're talking about like a chick that you find you're not attracted to sexually at all.
Oh, at all.
Yes, this is what
At all. Why are you talking to those women?
They're the only ones right now.
Caller, why would? All right, caller. There's nothing wrong with
Yes, sir.
what you like. What you like. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because everybody likes something different. Some guys like fat women. Some guys like skinny women. Some guys like women in between. Some guys like titties. Some guys like. So everybody likes what they like. Okay. So whatever you like, you like. We're asking you, why aren't you talking to what you see that you like versus talking to things that you don't like?
Most of the time when I go outside, I don't always meet the ones I like. So I just go for random.
Why?
No, wait, caller. Stop. Where do you live?
He's in South Africa, Cape Town. What do you think about Cape Town?
So you trying to tell me? Okay, so you trying to tell me that when you go out, right, out of the millions of women out there, you trying to tell me that you're not seeing on a consistent basis women that you would fuck? That you're sexually attracted?
Not consistency, I'll tell you that. Not consistency. When I do see them, I'll say something and exchange, here and there, we good. Maybe I'll get her number, we'll talk, and then eventually you have to charge her.
No. Caller, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay.
Next
are you going to clubs and bars?
Yeah, frequently, like in a fortnight.
So you're telling me you don't see any women at these clubs and bars that look aesthetically pleasing to your eyes that you want to talk to? So you're just walking down at South Africa outside. I'm saying at clubs and bars, you don't see any women at all?
I do see them. Like I'm learning, I'm approaching, I'm talking, and it's like not always going the same way.
What do you
not the same way, but it's not always going the way I was wanted to.
So what do you want it to go? Wait, sir. Tell us your expectations. How do you want it to go? And tell us about porn and tell us about fucking, but add dragons and unicorns and that shit, because you expect these women to fuck you. Yes. That's what you expect. Yes.
I expect them to follow instructions.
What instruction? Whoa, God, here we go. Tell us what instructions they follow. Come on, big guy. What instructions they follow?
Take my number and hit me up when you have time.
So if they don't follow your instructions, what does that mean?
Well, usually they would. Let's say I get the number. Let's say she texts me and then I get her on the call and I was like, okay, let's move it on to the next step, which is probably us getting on a phone call or maybe setting up a date or maybe, just seeing who I'm actually going to be talking to if I do go on the date. And then along the line, it doesn't always get to that point. So it's like you always have to start over with someone else. And, it's like you're in a very small town and it's like you don't always go out. So it's like.
So why are you not going out?
I only go out like on Saturdays. Every other day, I'm pretty much just like working. I work from home anyway. So
you can't go out Friday night?
Well, why you can't go out Friday night, Sunday night, Thursday night? Why you can't go out those nights?
Thursday night, ladies night.
Like I'm cutting on the job right now.
Wait a second. Wait. So you work a 24-hour job?
No, it's a night shift.
A night shift.
So at this time, we're at 8 o'clock in the night. This is our time right now in South Africa. So I'm still working up until 12 o'clock midnight and then start the whole thing all over again from 4 o'clock again next day.
So you work from 8 p.m. to midnight?
4 p.m. to midnight, yeah.
Oh, 4 p.m. to midnight.
Wait, the club's jumping around midnight. What you talking about? The club's getting hot around that time.
After midnight.
Yeah, why don't you go after midnight? The clubs are jumping around that time.
We don't even have an Uber. Like we don't even have an Uber. I'm not about to walk like.
Wait. You don't have a car? You don't have a car?
No.
And there are Ubers.
Not in this side. When I'm in this big city like Joburg, yeah, hell yeah, there's an Uber. I could do that. But when I'm in my hometown, then nah.
So how do you get around on Saturday?
Usually I'm with my brother, so he's the one that I'll like hit up and be like, "Yo, bro, what you doing?" And then we link up, and then yeah, we have our little fun time outside. But
No,
other
I'm
than
saying, how
that,
do you
it's
get
like,
around?
I would have no other way.
Caller, how do you get around? So your
Right?
brother drives you? Like, how do you get around?
No, we have taxis, so we have these things like it's like a bus, but a smaller mini bus.
Well,
So
then
you
take
just
the
grab
why
a
can't you
cab.
why can't you take the minibus?
They only operate from a certain time during the day,
Okay, y'all got some
not
hard
the
times
same
out
way as
there.
Google is like
Y'all
throughout
got,
the whole
y'all
night,
got some
throughout
fucked
the
up times
whole
in
day.
Africa, man. Fuck.
Yo,
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's
Fuck.
crazy, but like I'm working my way around. I think
so you don't do online dating? You don't do that shit? You don't do online?
I do that. Yeah, I'm doing that now.
So then how's that going? You're not getting nothing popping off?
It's popping like here and there, here and there. I do have a date for like the 18th, which is pretty far.
Of April?
Wait for that, and yeah, of April.
Yeah, that's like a ways out. But anyway, but this is the thing, Carl. This is the thing, man, is that because a lot of times you guys see, because when you're saying, well, I'm not seeing women that I really like, what I'm saying is let's do the scale of 1 to 10. So you're telling me most of the women that you see are 2, 3s, and 4s?
You could say the most maybe 6. Like it's kind of like I live in a town with like small town ordinary folk. It's like mostly older people, even. It's like
So there's
it's
no
not really
place.
like
There's
that.
no
And
places you
if
can
you want to
meet.
meet younger people, you have to go to like the hood, like
The hood.
down there. Like,
Shit.
yeah.
Oh man. Fuck. All right. Well, hey, we gotta continue the show.
Yeah, you gotta do research in your area.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of women out there, dude. You just gotta find them, dog. But it's not finding them. It's not. You don't know what to say to them, buddy. That's the problem. You don't know how to talk to women. You're making an excuse that you want to mess with the ugly ones, but there are good-looking women out there. There are women out there that look good everywhere to your eyes. As long as she's pleasing to your eyes, you just talk to her, okay, buddy? But you just got to get out of the house, okay?
For sure. Yeah, I'm on that. I'm learning, day by day.
Yeah, I can't believe that, man. They got them African women. They got African, Italian. They all over the place. The car, they got them all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to find them, okay, buddy?
Okay, yeah, no, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. All right, shout out to Kate. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, this is a block number. It's 309. Let me close this off. That's a block number. All right, let's continue, guys. So Lucario, like we were saying real quick. So I was talking about her flirting but never commits and everything. And again, most people don't see Lucario that women that fuck with you, Lucario, will always move different after the flirt.
Mm.
And for all you guys out there, if a woman is flirting with you, you got to ask yourself the honest question, Lucario. Did I draw out that flirtatious behavior in her, Lucario, or is she just doing it? And guys,
right,
if she's just doing it, she's seeking attention from you. So that means that there have to be more honesty in the guys realizing that, wait a second, they get these guys, they get these, hey, how you doing, baby? Let's talk right now. And they're like, okay, let's talk. No, you didn't bring out the flirtatious in her. She's running game on you. Lucario, what say you, man?
Or they waiting for the choosing signals and think, oh, she's looking at me and checking me out. So that must mean everything is like, nah. See, again, y'all have to have experience dealing with women so that you'll be able to see and know, oh, is this girl actually responding to me, or is she doing something based on her own agenda? You know what I'm saying?
This is going to sting for a lot of you guys. She's always busy but active online.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Y'all always see, I guess, depending on what app you are, y'all know when she's online because sometimes it's a green, I guess, offline is a red. So you always see green, or you always see her online, you see her on the app, but she tells you she's busy. What do you say to that woman right there, Lucario?
Yeah, the thing is that's just a chick who ain't really fucking with you. You guys got to understand that, like, women are never busy for the man that they want. You understand what I'm saying? So if she's talking about she busy or I'm this, she don't want you, man. You gotta understand that. Y'all gotta stop giving women excuses, and you gotta stop trying to rationalize that type of behavior. It's a lot of you guys think that women like they give women the benefit of the doubt too much. And the reason why you guys do that is because y'all don't want to adhere to the fact that that women ain't feeling you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, Zach says, I don't know, Lucario. I think if a woman looks at a guy at least 2.5 seconds and smiles ever so slightly to the right, I think that might be a lust. Fuck you, Zach.
Guys are looking for.
Zach's being a dick. Anyway, back to what we say. Fuck you, Zach. Anyway, what we saying is that for a lot of these guys, they wait, they watch, and they wonder while she's entertaining other men, and that's her right. Now, for me, is this simple, man. Look, you are available, right? You're just not available to me. And you're showing me that, you know what? I'm gone. Remember, guys, action is truth, guys. Please understand that. Women have time. There's really not a busy woman because women will find time to talk to you and get in touch with you. Next one, Lucario. Guys, got a question. We're running through these things. Got a question, put a Q or call in. She doesn't, well, let's get to this one. She talks about her ex a lot.
Oh yeah. When a chick be talking about her ex, in a lot of cases, she ain't over the dude or she might be over him, but she's just talking that shit because she's not intrigued by you in the situation. So, that's why she's bringing up other dudes and all that other stuff, and especially if you're the type of guy that's trying to make something happen with her, but she's not really feeling you, she'll bring up her ex, she'll bring up other situations and all that other good stuff.
I got a call, 732. What's your name and what's your question?
Hello?
What is your name, sir, and what's your question?
Hi, it's me, Michael. I called earlier.
Michael, we already answered your question, buddy. What's up? We're almost done with the show. What's going on, Michael? How can we help you?
I just want to apologize for my behavior earlier today. I'm being serious now. What advice could you give me, Michael, to move forward with this girl?
We already gave you the advice to have a plan of where you want to take her and take her there.
Okay. Now, do you think I should swipe right on her profile or just ask her in person? I don't know what to do.
Okay, Mike.
So you said that this girl is in your class?
Yes.
So why would you swipe right on her profile on Tinder or whatever when she's in your class? You can walk up and talk to her. Huh?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You make a good point. I just wanted to know because it's a tricky situation for me.
It's not a tricky
I have autism, it's a whole hard thing for me.
Yeah, so just approach her at school, tell her, hey, let's go out and do whatever it is that you're saying you want to do, and then give her the space to respond. She'll say yes or no, and then you move on from there. That's it.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just these things are hard for me,
It's okay, Michael. We got you, buddy. Just do the basic things, okay, big guy?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, have a good day, Michael. Thank you, buddy. Guys, lines are open. Got a question, about to wrap this up soon. Guys, we're talking about on the show the signs that she's wasting your time. Lucario, I am not an emotional sponge, okay? And I'm not going to be supportive, and I'm not the shoulder to cry on. Listen, you bring up another guy to me, you might as well take your fucking ass on. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear about that. Now, for me, Lucario, I like to play with my food. Now, I don't mind telling them what to do, but I don't want to hear what should I do? Like what Zach would say, the unmitigated gall of saying, well, I got a question I want to ask you. Well, there's this guy that what should I do? What? We're done. Next one, Lucario, she doesn't ask questions about you.
Yeah, that's the thing. If she's not asking questions about you, that definitely means she don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Because a chick, if she's feeling you, she wants to know more about you. She's trying to get into the conversations and the situations to learn about you and stuff. The thing also, too, is you got to also think about what questions she is asking about you. Because sometimes women might ask, oh, what do you do for work? And she's trying to figure out, how much money you got based on that question. So you see what I'm saying? So you got to also think about or look at the questions that she's asking. You know what I'm saying?
You know, some things fucking blow my mind sometimes, and it blew. Wait a second. Wait. Let me read this. Is there even a value to think about anything other than yourself?
Exactly.
What else is there to think about? I'm serious. Please tell us what else is there to think about. This is why y'all are not getting pussy, because you're thinking about everything other than yourself. You're thinking about her ass, Lucario, her titties, her lips, her thighs, her pussy, and what way can I do whatever to get with her? You never think about yourself. So what is he talking about right here, Lucario?
Crazy. What crazy? I don't even get what he talking about.
Oh my God. He says this, I saw this one. Why can film directors like women's looks, have a conversation about her looks and the opportunity to use it for movies, but y'all come down hard on
what kind of nonsense? Y'all motherfuckers is.
I don't get this shit, dog. I can't
the lack of.
Oh my God, dog.
How do y'all make these connections?
Yeah, how do y'all make a movie connection?
Film directors like a woman's looks and have a conversation about her looks and the opportunity to use her for movies, but y'all come down hard on guys for liking looks for their purposes. The film director is using her looks to make money from other losers that women looks on her
right.
That's even the point. The point is the fact that shit, putting the woman's looks on a pedestal, which is why the woman don't want to fuck them. That's what we're trying to get you guys to understand. The fact that you have guys who are putting women's looks on a pedestal, right? That's why the director gets the woman who looks good to be in the movie, so that guys who put women looks on a pedestal buy the fucking ticket.
Or buy the beer, or buy the car, or buy the clothes, or believe in the rap video. Because the director knows there's a bunch of gullible gumps out there that will say, well, he'll look at her and say, yeah, we're going to put you in a video, and we're going to put you something skanky, so and you just pop your ass, because those motherfuckers going to think they got a shot at you, so we can sell the product to them. That's why, dumbass. Are we serious? Man, dog, this is why the aliens don't attack us. This is why they don't attack us. All right, guys, we're about to finish this up, guys. Last round of questions, guys. Last round of questions. But to continue this thing, she only reacts. She only reaches out when she needs something, Lucario. She only reaches out like, I need to drive, go somewhere. I need to borrow some money. I need this fixed. What say you on that, Lucario?
Yeah, that's basically a chick, trying to use a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't like his ass, but he's useful in those ways. And a lot of guys, they'll lead with their wallet, they'll do all of this other goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have game, and then they wonder why the chick just keeps calling them for nonsense. But that's
I was showing, y'all help him move when the Cario's fucking him and knock that picture down. Y'all put the picture back up. They have deep conversations with y'all motherfuckers because they do that. Let's get this question right here. Area code 757. What's your name and what's your question, sir?
Yeah, this is Jay Swayze, 41, Virginia.
What's going on?
Calling. What's going on? And I'm calling because is there will there ever be a time where a little resistance is okay? Or if they give me resistance, just cut everything off.
What do you mean, a little resistance in what?
Well, I just recently had a date on Saturday, and I was, talking to the girl, and when I was flirting with her, what I did was I said, I like that we both got the same thing, the same type of qualities, and I can't remember how I put it.
No. Wait. You're old guy. Wait. How old are you? Let's look at age. How old are you, sir?
41.
Okay, so you know what happened. So we're gonna slow this down. You know what happened, so don't act like you didn't know what you said. So why don't you tell us this silly shit you saying. You're already starting off sounding all weak, talking about we got a lot in common. So what are you asking, or what did you do to get this resistance? What happened?
Well, with me, I'm trying to remember. I told her, we got a lot in common. I like that. And she had this. She got these brown eyes, and I was like, man, and looking into them brown eyes of yours is gonna make me want to kiss you right now. And she said to me, "Oh, that's making me a little anxious." And I said, "What you mean by making you anxious?" She was like, "Because that's kind of like rushed."
Well, yeah.
And so,
Wait.
Wait, hold on now, real quick. So you was on a date with this girl? Like this is a date?
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you meet her at?
I was at Lowe's picking up something. And I met her at Lowe's.
Okay, and what'd you say when you met her?
I told her, well, when I walked her to her, and I said, "Excuse me," I said, "My name is Jay, and you look like my type." And she said, "Oh, I look like your type." I said, "Absolutely."
Damn, but go ahead. You said you said she's your type.
What happened?
Why y'all be stealing my words? But anyway, go ahead. You said you're my type, and then what'd she say?
Yeah, I said you are my type, and she said, "Oh, I'm your type." I said, "You got that right." I said, "Matter of fact, go ahead and put my number down in your phone, shoot me a text, and because I had left my phone in the car, and I said, I'll plan something for us to do." And so she did that, shot me a text, and I planned, the spot to meet up at.
Where's the spot? What's the spot?
Oh, well, I went to this because it was hot, so I went to this Jamba Juice type of place where you get like frozen drinks and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all you did when you met her, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is the problem. When you met her, there was no premise of it being a sexual thing. So what happens is when you're not actually flirting or letting a woman know what the deal is going to be, she's going to default into whatever her thoughts are going to be. You understand? So meaning that she can default into, oh, well, this guy's going to, because you basically hit her up and said, let's go on a date, right? Like you said, let's go to the spot. And so when you texted her, did you say anything sexual? Did you say like, oh, we gonna get into it? Like, do you say any of those things?
Well, no. I didn't even hit her up. Like, it was just that one time I saw her and she shot me the text. Like I said, I'm a truck driver, so I wasn't really, contacting her anyways. But that Friday, because I had this out for Saturday, and that Friday she hit me up and she was asking me, "Are we still on?"
Wait.
Saturday, and I said, "Absolutely."
Wait. What day did you meet her on?
I met her on a Sunday.
So, and you set everything up for a Saturday, yes?
Yeah.
And then she hits you back, what, on a Thursday, Friday to ask if y'all still on?
Yeah, she hit me up the Friday before the date.
So here's the question I want to ask you. Have you ever grilled before?
Yeah.
What do you have to do to the meat before you put it on the grill?
You got to season it, tenderize it, all that good stuff.
Marinate it. So here's my question I want to ask you. Where's your fucking leadership skills at? Why is she the one asking you are we on for the date? Why aren't you talking to her? And you can't tell me you ain't got you ain't got time to send a message. Why aren't you talking to her? I know that.
I mean, for me,
I know why. You want to know why? It's the same reason why she said you're trying to rush things, because you're not an interesting person and you have nothing interesting to say. So what you're doing is you're hoping to get to the date because you know that if you say anything between the moment you meet her and Friday, she's going to cancel the date on you. Can we just agree on that? Because I'm going to prove myself.
No,
okay.
we can't agree on that one. No.
I will prove myself right in a second. But now you disagree. I think you're wrong. Now I'm going to ask you this then. If you're this guy, why is she asking you? Where's your leadership skills at? Why is she asking you? Are we still on?
Because when I text her, like when I gave her my number and she hit me up, and when I got to the car, and I told her where to meet me up at what time at 2 p.m. on Saturday, and she was like, "Okay, I'm free, and I see you there."
All right, a week later, and you didn't have nothing. So you're telling me you had nothing to say to her whatsoever? There's no.
I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I had to really talk to her for real because
Okay.
I don't really
watch.
think that's the thing that I had to do.
Right. And I'm going to show you why she didn't want to fuck with you. Now watch this. You're on the date with her. Tell us what you talked about, Mr. Romantic motherfucker that doesn't have to talk to a woman. What did you talk about?
I mean, I was telling about how. Well, I asked her, you know, is she the type that like to be spontaneous and have a little fun and stuff like that.
Wait, but that don't make no sense because didn't you just say she was your type?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she is my type.
But then you asking her, is she the type to do such and such?
Thank you, Lucario.
Because the reason I'm trying to set that up like that is because for me being a truck driver, I'm on the road all week. I'm only home like a day and a half. So
wait. So when
for me saying that,
call her. So when you first met her, and you said she was your type, what did you mean by that?
What did you mean by that?
Like physically, I like her, like the way she was looking, like she's physically my type.
Oh God.
So that's why you said that she's your type?
Yeah.
So did she know that? Did she know that you were saying that she was your type based on you being physically attracted to her?
Say no.
Well, I don't think she knew it at that moment. No.
She didn't. That's what. So what I'm saying is, this is why we tell you guys stop taking what we say and say it because y'all don't understand why we're saying it. Do you see what I mean? So you're just saying things, and then so what's going to happen is you're going to look inconsistent on the date because you just told her that she was your type. Now you're asking her, is she the type this and that? So
you're the type that, yeah. So then, what did you ask her after that?
Well, what I'm saying when I say that she's my type, it's obviously, you know, the way she looks.
No, it's not obvious. That's what I'm trying to
the date.
No.
And I asked that question. I'm about asking if she, you know, spontaneous because for me,
no.
I'm not gonna be always hitting you up on the phone. I'm not gonna always be around you, but I'm trying to set it up or get information from her to see if she's gonna be that type of girl to where she might be a little clingy if we do something like sexual, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure that out.
You haven't said anything to her except what Lucario. You stole what Lucario says. Then you set up the date, and that's all. And then you wait to answer her. She asked about Friday. You said yes, and that was all the conversation you had. And the first thing you asked her is she's spontaneous.
Yeah.
So then, would you ask after that?
And she basically said, yeah, she kind of spontaneous. She said she has a kid though, so if she need to do anything, you know, she got to pretty much have plans for that. But she said she pretty much is spontaneous and she's willing to do anything. And I said, that's good. I said, because I want to do some things with you.
What things?
And then she said,
what things?
And then she said,
sir,
and then
stop.
she said, what
Stop.
do you mean by
right,
some things? And I said, well, you know,
stop. That's the fucking caller. Please be quiet. That's the fucking point I'm making. A woman should not have to ask questions like, what are we still on? And what things you like to do. Why aren't you being a fucking man and explaining yourself? What do you want to do? Like what?
Well, like I said, I was trying to explain is that, you know, I was telling her, you know, because I will. Well, at the moment when I was telling her about, you know, them brown eyes and everything's making me want to kiss you, that I was moving it towards that.
No,
just because
said,
this is the thing.
No, hold on. You lied. You said that you like, hey girl, I see we got a lot of things in common. So why don't let's get to that bullshit? What else did you talk about to find out you have something in common with somebody who you told her that y'all have something in common when you first met her? So what else did you talk about to have something in common with her? What else? Crickets.
I mean, I basically was, but it wasn't that long. So it's basically that. It was basically asking, you know what I'm saying? Is she spontaneous? You know, can she be a little wild? Stuff like that. Like, I'm just asking these type of questions just to get a read on her. And depending on what she say back, then I can go in and let her know, like, well, you know, I'm finding you obviously attractive, looking into them brown eyes, making me want to kiss you right now. That when she like, hold on, that's making me anxious.
Listen, this is what we're trying to get you to understand. So I'm gonna break it down for you, right? So what happened is that when you approach this woman and talk to her and try to set something up, right? The problem is that you said to her, okay, yeah, you're my type, right? And what you don't understand is that there's no premise based on you so that she can understand what that means. So if you don't give her direction and for her to have an understanding of what things mean, she's going to think what she thinks it means.
Right, interpret it.
Right, she's going to interpret it in her way. So now when you said, oh, you're my type, guess what she probably was thinking? Ooh, I'm his type. That's so good because he's my type. I'm looking for a man to marry and I want a stepfather for my kids and so forth and so on. That's what she's thinking because when you said you're my type, she's like, oh, he's my type too. Because she's thinking based on her own thoughts. So if you're saying you're my type, it has to be based on what your type is, but you never explained that or said anything. So when you were on the date and you were trying to do all of this flirtatious stuff, she said it's too quick. Why? Because she could have had a situation where in her brain, her type of man she thought you was based on the type of woman she thought you thought she was, based on you saying she's your type. But it was never explained.
But so, Lucario, if only you would have asked these dumb, basic kindergarten-ass questions during the week, then maybe Saturday it could have been more hugs and kisses because you're getting all this shit out of the way early on.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. If he would have said that at the beginning when he was talking to the woman, she would have understood that was what was to come as the date is going to approach. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's why I was saying your lack of your experience, you were scared because you wasn't man enough to ask her that stupid shit you asked. And it's all stupid shit regardless, but at least I'd have more respect for you to do it early on because then you could have gauged her pulse. Then you would know.
Got you.
Then you would know. And see, this is what y'all understand about the game. Just because Lucario and I and Zag and Miles and Fifth and the fellas, we set the date up. Who says we're going on a date? Because when they start to talk to us, we move in something different. We're making them change their mind of saying, you know what? I'd rather spend some more intimate time with you than be out in fucking public. But you don't see that. So you waited to ask this dumb shit. And then let me get it straight. I'm going to look into your eyes and your brown eyes. Makes me want to kiss you right now. What kind of fuck boy shit is that? What 41? Dog,
hey, listen, them eyes was hella sexy.
No, man, get the fuck out of here, dog. You're saying something that I would say probably.
Muller, it doesn't matter because the thing is, you see, this is the thing. This is what you don't understand, right? Is that you have to have the woman understand what she's getting into, right? There was no clear indication of what the woman was getting into because you weren't clear with the woman. So therefore, so basically she was going into the date blind and you were going into the date blind too, because you didn't realize that she wasn't down for what she was trying to do. So this is the thing. If I'm on a date with a woman, right? And I say to her, you got some sexy ass eyes and come and kiss me and all this other stuff, right? I'm not saying that on the date to try to get her to kiss me. I already know she wants to kiss me before the date happens.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So you're trying to figure out things as you're on the situation where you should already know that the situation is on before the situation even happens. That's what we're trying to get you guys to understand.
Goes into what Zag is saying. If you want to be the guy, right, that she wants to fuck, you have to talk to her like a guy who knows how to fuck, and that's why your fuck game is terrible. A man doesn't have to say no shit. You want to know why? Because she should. Okay, look. You should be on the phone with her, and she should be telling you about your fucking eyes, motherfucker. You shouldn't be telling her about her goddamn eyes and all that shit. That's a pickup tactic to try to get a kid. Oh, your eyes are.
But I get what you're saying. Like when I first met her in the store, after saying she was my type, I should have been more clear on what my type is. Way.
But caller, that's what I'm saying. Stop stealing what I'm saying. Because this is why you guys, this is why we don't teach you guys what to say. So this is why you guys have to stop stealing what we say. because
Right.
what we teach you is to come up with your own things to say that's
Yeah.
authentic to who you are, so the woman can actually choose you. That's
Right.
what you're saying.
She said it's going too fast, right? So what did you say after
Yeah,
that?
she did.
What did you say after
And
that?
what I said, well, I asked her, I said, what you mean by going too fast? And she said, well, you know,
She about to educate
well,
you.
what she told me is that she hasn't been in a relationship for 5 years, and to be, you know, I guess being physical or whatever, it makes her a little anxious because she don't know if she's ready for that or not. And then she was like, well, I might need to open myself up to that because I haven't. It was just a whole bunch of just
Hey, let her
back
meet,
and
let,
forth
let her
like
meet,
that.
let her meet a Lucario and K-Zag, and I bet she'll be fucking that same goddamn day. But see, you're not the guy.
I mean, probably, man.
No, but I'm just
Probably.
telling you because you could have learned all this shit during the week, so you wouldn't waste your fucking time. So when Friday rolls around, nah, we ain't going now because you wasted my time. But you didn't do that. You, again, because you knew you wasn't the guy, you knew you were boring and basic and bland, you didn't say anything to her. You waited to make it. Oh, okay, watch this. You didn't say, you met her on the weekend. You didn't say nothing to her all week long. And everything you're talking about is just fucking. That's all your whole conversation is just fucking. And then you're trying to kiss her. And then she's educating your ass on why you need to slow your fucking ass down.
Well, on that, listen to you and listen to Lucario. Obviously, I know I was the fuck up in this whole thing. So with her giving me that kind of like resistance, is that a charge? Because I
Caller,
fucked up.
she
I mean, that's what I'm
resisted.
thinking in a
Caller,
way.
she resisted and charged you the moment she had to ask you, are we on for our date? Because real men lead in all areas. They should never ask. They should never
I mean,
ask.
I thought she actually was looking forward to see me, so that's why I wasn't tripping.
Wait. What is she got looking forward to? She hasn't even talked
Because
to
I
you
didn't
all
think it
week.
was a problem with her asking. It just made me feel like she really was trying to see me, so she want to know, like, are we meeting up Saturday or what's up?
Wait. Call her, think. She hasn't heard from you all week long. So for her, she's asking, well, is he gonna take me out? Well, I guess I gotta ask because this motherfucker ain't leading me to tell me. She's not asking because she's interested. She's asking because are you going on the date, Lucario?
So basically what happened was she saw you as stepdad boyfriend material.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what happened.
Yep.
Because what happened was you at no point did you make anything sexual.
Nothing.
And so the default is, oh, he's just a nice gentleman who's gonna take me out and maybe he could be my next stepdad. you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to tell you. But then this is what happened. You tried to be that on the date.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You try to be on the
Yeah,
date.
that's why I say I think I should have did that when I first met her.
Right.
Like,
Oh, and also too, April's right. She's
let
asking,
her know if she down with it or not.
so she's asking because she needs to see if she needs to get a babysitter.
Right. Because guess what? You'll be paying. She gonna get you to do it. She sees you as a mark. No, serious. The moment you said, look at those big, beautiful brown eyes, she said, this gump ass motherfucker. This sucker ass motherfucker. So then what happened after that, real quick after that? So after she realized she wasn't gonna give you no pussy, what happened after that?
Well, I was leaving, walked into a car, and I just totally. To be honest with you, I was already kind of thrown off because it was kind of that back and forth about the whole being anxious. So I just told her, I'll just holler at you later. And she was like,
what you mean back and forth about anxious? So she was trying to educate you.
Yeah, because she said she was anxious and it's going too fast. And I was like, what you mean by going too fast? Seems like I haven't been in a relationship in 5 years, and it got like for me, it started making me feel kind of like a little, like man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That resistance came from. See, check this out. If you would have done what you should have did when you first met her, you would have never went on a date with her.
Right.
What I'm saying is that if your intentions was to get together and have sex or hook up or whatever it was, she would have told you no at the beginning.
Right. But if that was your intention, okay. Wait. Let me ask you a question. Was it a date or did you want to fuck?
Well, it was
both,
to be honest with you. It was a date to see how this girl lives, so to set up a fuck situation.
No, you wanted to fuck the moment because the moment which you said she's your type.
I mean, yeah, I wanted to fuck, but I was just gonna try to like.
Okay, so if you wanted to fuck, why are you acting like you're not trying to fuck?
Right, you acting like you're trying to date her. That I understand. Why are you going on a date with her to the Jamba Juice when you want to fuck? So why not talk to her like you want to fuck during the whole week?
Got you.
Why would you? Why do you think life is porn? Do you think you could just give her a Jamba Juice and all of a sudden the porn music gonna come on and she's gonna spread her ass cheeks open? Well, how does this work to you, Mom? You're 41 years old. If you want to fuck, why didn't you talk to her like you were trying to get some pussy? Hey, you want to know why she talked about her relationship? Because you gave her fucking relationship vibes. That's why she was doing that shit. And you're being disingenuous. You're the weirdo guy. Because you want to fuck, why don't you go and stay in that neighborhood? You want a relationship.
You right, because I think the whole, like I said, the date thing was what I was trying to do is set up something locally.
Didn't I say that from the beginning, young man, and you fought me on it? Didn't I say this in the beginning? Didn't I say it in the beginning and you fought me on it? Please.
I was trying to set up something locally, so when I'm back in my city, I can have something local.
But good.
So I was trying to take on a date to figure out if she's gonna be that type that can be kind of clingy.
Caller, you don't need to take on a date to find that out. You need, bro. This is what I'm saying. You gotta tell the woman so she responds to that. You waited till you got on a date to try to do that. That's what I'm saying. You're not. It's like. This is what we're trying to get you to understand, right? So, if I'm trying to sell you, for example, this book, right? And I approach you and I say, "Hey, bruh, you should give me your number because I got something to sell you," right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then you say, okay, and then you give me the number. And then I hit you up and I say, hey, let's meet up. And I say, hey, guy, hey, look, I got this book right here that I want to sell you. And you're looking at me like, nigga, I don't even like to read.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that you're wasting your time and the woman's time by you not being clear about what you want to make happen before y'all even exchange information.
And watch this. Let me tell you what the Lucario or the Zag or the Miles or myself, we would have done this, how we would have got the pussy. We would have got in touch with her during that week and told her what the fuck the deal was. Look, here's the deal. Look, I'm a truck driver and I'm going from city to city. And you know what? I just want to set something up when I go in your town where you and I can get together and fuck from time to time. And then when she will say as well, I'm not ready for a relationship. And I'm looking, hey, baby, go look for what you want. But I just want to let you know this is why I'm talking to you. This is why I went over and
I get that.
Here's the thing. The bottom line is that I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just looking up something to lay under. When I come through, we smash it, and if everything works out, you make me a meal here and there and all this other stuff. And I just come on through, tap that pussy when I'm in town, and I roll the fuck out, and you do whatever you want to do. That would have probably got you more than this. Well, look at your gorgeous eyes, and we have so much in common. And I just want to, like you got your hair. I just want to kiss you right now.
Yo,
you're just trying to fuck. Why you give a fuck about y'all having shit in common?
I know it.
Because, like I was saying, I was asking those questions because I wanted to be having something local. So I was asking the question. So me and her whatsoever, if it was to be, sex or not, I didn't want it to be a problem from when I'm not hitting you up, or I'm not calling you, because I'm not going to do that.
Caller, what is the
so
rule?
That's why I was asking the question. See, is she going to be clingy? Is she going to be crazy? That's why I was doing the question.
Caller, what is the rule of Jill Scott?
Oh, man.
I say it like this. If you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
So are you a tell her what to do, motherfucker, by saying, let's go to Jamba Juice and you can get a strawberry pineapple flip whip while we sit there and I try to ask you about all these boring ass things, look into your fucking eyes and try to tell you I want to kiss you, versus saying, I'm a Lucario, I'm a truck driver, I'm going to be rolling in and out. You know what? Look, the reason I went over to Lowe's is because you know what? When I saw it, I said, you know what? Someone I can give some good dick to. And it looks like you need some good dick. And the reason I'm going to say that is because when I come through, I want to give you some dick because it looks like you need it. What's the problem with that?
I don't think there's no problem with that.
Then why didn't you say that then?
Well, obviously I fucked up, so yeah, I don't.
You can't make this shit up. I don't. This is why you're See, you see how you wasted your own time? You could have saved time.
No doubt.
And it goes into things about to wrap the show up. You could have saved more time by doing this in the weekend, by telling her what the fuck the deal is. The reason I'm coming over here is that, you know, I'm not looking for a relationship. But you know what? When I saw that ass, I said, you know what? That ass looked like it needs a little bit of me. And you know what? I just want to let you know the reason I'm doing all this, because I'm not coming to town. This is what I want to do. I want to set something up. The way we just fuck around a little bit. You do your thing. Then that way she could have said yes or no. And you wouldn't waste your time. Look, Lucario, you wasted your time going to Jamba Juice, wasted your time sitting with her, wasted your time having a boring ass conversation, wasted your time looking in her beautiful deep brown eyes and trying to get a kiss, and then wasted your time sitting around here fucking arguing with her about her standard, Lucario.
You know what it was? He was trying to, like, what the pickup artists say, he was trying to build attraction.
Yeah, yo, them motherfuckers tell y'all building
Yo, nah, calm down, bro.
No, that's what it sounds like, bro.
Cut it out, man.
Build attraction, motherfucker. What we doing? If you want, look, you ain't gonna get them all, but at least your honesty will not waste your time.
Right.
If she would be like this. You know what? I'm not that kind of person. Okay, watch. Okay, watch this caller. Let me show you. I'm gonna use Lucario again. I'm a truck driver. Look, girl, I'm the bad boy of the dating game and all this other stuff. And she's like, well, do you want a relationship? What do you want? No, you know what? The reason why I'm doing this, because I want to come through town and I just want to fuck from time to time. And that's all I want to do. Oh, I can't believe it, Lucario. You know what? I'm not that kind of girl. All right, well, then you take care of yourself. Okay, fine. Goodbye. Then guess what will happen, which you don't know. Just because they say no right then, they will process this weird thing where you don't understand the gap of the game. She's gonna be like, well, damn, he was fun when we were talking. He made me laugh. He made me smile. Well, damn, I would thought this. Well, maybe, wait, let me see. He kind of gave me, well, he could come through and fuck. And he's not gonna be insecure. He's not gonna be needy. Maybe I need to call him back and be like, Lucario, why are you such an asshole? And then that's going to get everything going. And then when Friday rolls around, they're not going to be at Jamba Juice. He's going to be jumping that juice in her bed. See how that works? See, when you have an impact on a woman and you ask for pussy, sometimes they might not say yes right then. They'll be shocked. But then she'll realize, start making the ass. Well, damn, the way he was really smooth. I never really talked to someone that was smooth like that. I never talked to someone who was straight up like that. Well, you know what? Maybe I rushed this shit a little bit. Well, maybe I might want to go ahead and give him that shot. Let's see what he's got.
Well, I would say that y'all let me know a lot of shit that I did wrong, and I definitely appreciate it. So I just have to,
okay,
switch up how I do things. Be more, like you say, upfront and honest.
No, you got to be more like be a upfront and be a student, because your honesty ain't good. You got to learn the game, dog. You ain't got it, dog. Learn the game. Get it down. Either get on the Bad Boy membership, go to shoplucario.com, go to the Man Mind. You got to learn this game, because you're going to continue to do the same stupid shit, dog, because you don't believe in yourself to ask for what you want.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
I respect to you, brother. All right, that's it. All right, guys. Good call, everybody. Nope, 773. This. You want to take this call or you want to wrap it?
Yeah, last call, and then we out of here.
The last call, 773. You are the last call, 773. What is your name, 773? What's your question? Last call, 773.
What's up, Unc? This is Dom on the chat.
Okay, Dom.
What's going on?
The background quick and get off the speaker, brother. You are last
Yeah,
caller.
I turned the background.
All right,
Y'all
what's
can hear
going
me
on? Yeah,
good?
we got you, Dom. I closed the lines down. So, Dom, you got it. What's good with you, brother?
Man, look, I got two quick questions. It's basically what y'all talking about, the pros and the cons to the dating game. So my first quick question is the pros. You know, when you dealing with a lot of women, you know who women that has high interest and women that's want to waste your time. So with that being said, I had a woman that with high interest. I met her. She came from out of town. She was in out of town for the weekend. So we had sex, but something happened to me that never happened to me before. I know you guys are not doctors. You guys are not. I just want to know what y'all did.
I bet you I know what it is. What it is, I bet you I know what it is. You got a limp. Your dick got limp. Well, hold on, my belt is over there. I don't even want to grab my belt. I tossed it so far over, I don't even want to grab it. Okay, let me explain what happened. Okay. Sometimes you can get so excited about fucking that woman, you overexcite yourself and you put that rubber on, and then all of a sudden you get nervous because here you go, everything's happening, everything lined up. She's coming to fuck you. So then you're like, oh my God, you put so much pressure on yourself that you psych yourself out, and then you get soft. So you probably was hard when you started, yes, and then it got soft on you, yes. And then you were thinking about the softness.
It gets worse. I'm not even not worse, but she like, it's okay. It's not always happening. It's okay.
Did she pat you on your head when she said it was okay?
I mean, no, she just said it's okay. It happens sometimes. I'm like, it's okay. So she said she'll come back over tomorrow. So she came back over the next day, and guess what? It happened again.
All right.
So it's like fuck. So then I was like, because I have been fucking. So that's why I want to say the pro of the game. When you fucking a lot of women, sometimes do you think you need to take a break? Because I fucked that whole
you don't.
No. This see, also you got to understand. Do you realize there are some women that you're not sexually compatible with? You know what I'm saying? So that could also be it too. You could just not be sexually compatible. So see, because you thought this chick was bad, right?
I mean, yeah, but she wants the baddest chick I fuck.
Right. So the thing is that sometimes a dude will be like, okay, I want to fuck her because she hot. Cool. But there are times where y'all just not sexually compatible, meaning your body is not responding to her body, and it just is what it is. You understand what I'm saying?
You think about that fat ass, though, what you call it? You think about that thick fat ass, huh?
Man, I don't know. It was just everything above, it's like, it's really the nervousness in me. Like, when she came back the second time, I'm like, I gotta kill this shit.
Nah, but see, there's right. So
you put too much pressure on yourself. He was like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all put too much pressure to perform.
Wait, let me ask you, did she give you head?
Yeah, but with the condom. So I was hard as fuck with the.
But tell her to get back on the dick. Tell her to get back on the dick, dog. You should have told her to get her ass back on that dick.
So she gave you head. You was hard when she gave you head?
Yeah.
Okay, and you had the condom on. This is what you said?
Yeah, I mean that could be it too, because like I said, like when I smashed her Friday and Saturday, I fucked the girl Wednesday raw, so maybe my mind.
No,
damn. So that's probably you fucking raw.
Man, come on, dog. I don't want you fucking raw. Come on, dude. I don't want you to get anything, and I don't want you to have any babies. Okay. What I'm saying is, please do a few things. Please check out your T levels. Okay. And see what that's about, because sometimes caller, erectile dysfunction happens at different times and stages of everybody's life. Okay. Now, one thing I always do, even when I was young, I would do the balloon effect. Okay. The balloon, this is my maneuver. So you ever see a clown? You remember those clowns when they made like dogs and shit out of those balloons and stuff?
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Like it's a long balloon and they squeeze it and then they tie it and they wrap it up. Right. Well, my head is that, you know what? I can, because my dick could be a balloon. It inflates and I can tie it at the base and expand and give me more girth and everything and more blood and hold it in. So if you put the rubber on and you got it tight, it's going to remain hard, because remember how erectile dysfunction works is that the blood comes in. But then there are things like, think about, you have a wall of things like, I won't say suction and everything, but they're sealing right now. At a young age, they open and they close and they seal. But as you get older, based off of what you're eating or medicine and stuff, that could have a trigger effect where it starts to slowly open up and then the blood starts to rush back out, which makes you soft. But what made you soft, like Lakar was saying, was you overthought too much. Hey, look, sound like you were talking some shit to this woman on the phone, talking about how you gonna beat that pussy up or something. Caller. Was you talking shit to that woman?
No, it's just I met her. She was from out of town, so she knew it was going to be a little fling. So it was just natural chemistry.
Good. That's cool. But I'm saying is you psyched yourself out of that. But what I would say to you is please don't fuck with no rubber, okay? You got it. Yeah. There are things that you can do now. There's this new kind of medicine they have that you can put on your dick as a liquid. Look that up. It's a liquid thing. I forgot the name of it. There's something that you can use now or take pills or something, but you can still remain the hardness, but then put that soft dick in her back in her mouth and let her suck it, dog.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It only happened to her. This whole week I fucked hella bitches. So then when it happened Saturday again,
no, you're fucking without rubbers though. You're fucking those other women without rubbers. That's the difference.
No, I only fucked one woman out of rubber. Everybody else I was fucking rubber.
Well,
so
like Lakar said, maybe y'all just wasn't the right person. But what's your second question though? What's the second question?
Yeah, my second question is the con of the dating game. So, just to conclude the story, that she came back over. I gave her a date break. She came back over. We fucked yesterday. It was way better, but as soon as we switched positions, it went limp again. So I just took the L. I like, look, she out of town anyway. I got information, if I'm in her city, we could go from there. So as I'm fucking her, I have this other crazy ass girl. It's similar to the last conversation. So basically, I've been fucking with this girl on and off. I told her, listen, like, you know what I was on last time. I'm trying to fuck you and give you some good dick. If you're not about that, then don't hit me up, basically. And she like, oh, well, you just give like you a player. You give like you gonna fuck me and leave. I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck you and leave, especially if it's good. So, it went from that, and then I just call me when you want to fuck. So she'd not talk to me. She'd call me the next time. The next time she calls me like, hey, just on attention shit. So I'm like, okay, what's up? You want to see me? What? So you trying to make something happen? Oh, well, now I'm going celibate. I don't want to have too many sexual partners. I'm like, you just saying that shit because you're not highly interested in me. Call me when you want to have sex. So she'd blow my line up for a whole week. I would not answer at all. She called me again after I smashed that girl. I answered. She hurt herself. She wanted some sympathy. I was like, oh, that sounds like you doing too much. Listen, you want me to come over there and relieve some of your stress? It sounds like you want some good dick. Oh, you just want to come over and take care of me and fuck me. So I was like, all right, well, call me when you want to talk. And then she like, no, I already called you so many times. You called me. If you don't call me, come on.
Why are you going back and forth?
I already made the initiative to, like, do I cut her off or do I block her? Because it's like, this is trying to string me along.
Why are you going back and forth with this woman so much?
Not really. It was just 3 conversations.
That's 3 too much, bro.
Yeah, too much. Yes.
Let me show you how it goes. You tell a chick, let's get it cracking. She says, I don't know all this other stuff. You say, cool. Well, listen, when you're ready to get it going, hit me up. When she hits you up, if she hits you up, you tell her to come through to make it happen. If she doesn't, then you stop talking to her forever. She's done. It's finished. It's over. You don't keep going back and forth and back and forth. Yeah. Like, it's done. Like you like, why you keep answering her text or whatever? That's done. You gave her the opportunity to get on the dick. She didn't do it. Then you stop talking to her. Period.
I'm not a.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask y'all. I was going to ask y'all, is it a certain time limit for that?
Hey, look. I'm not I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. I'm not sure. I'll get back to you. I'm out. I'm gone.
You already gave her that one. Because remember, you offered it. She was like, oh, whatever. And then you said, okay, well, listen, hit me back for what reason?
When you want to fuck.
Right. So she hit you back and she was hitting you back and she wasn't trying to fuck. So therefore, there's no reason to talk to her ever again.
We done. Hey, don't waste my time. Go do what the fuck you want, man.
Ever again.
Ever again. That's what we telling you, nigga.
Oh, come on, dog. Y'all, come on. Stop putting value in pussy, dog. Come on. Stop.
Facts. The only reason I answered last night because I'm like, damn, she called me back to back. Like,
I don't give a fuck.
I'm like, maybe this bitch wants some dick.
No,
she wants your time. I'm like, yeah, you want some.
Oh, she wants your time and energy because she wants the attention.
Yeah, she wants your attention because you give it to her,
Then,
dog.
then this one made it worse, Lucario. She got mad because I told her, she's like, well, you better call me and check up on me tomorrow. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be busy. She said, you know what, you could get blocked tonight.
Yo, why are you even entertaining that shit? That's what I'm saying. This is all your fault. You're entertaining the bullshit.
No, I'm just saying, being real. That's the pros and the cons of the dating.
No, it's not.
Waste your time. You're going to have women that have
No, it's no con. It's just that you don't know how to deal with these women.
And you don't have game, so ain't no pros and cons of the game because there's no cons to the game when you have game. There are no cons. You got to have game to understand that. But when you don't have game, y'all just use the word game in everything. Pros and cons. Ain't no fucking cons.
So look at it as an aspect like it's a pro that bitch not wasting my time.
No, you wasted your time.
You wasted your own time.
You wasted your time. Fucking around. Well, yeah, I'm not. Don't call me no more. Why are you calling me back? Didn't I tell you don't call me back? All that silly shit. Then you want to there's pros and cons to the game. Fuck out of here.
Right. So that bitch done. That's all I want to know about them two situations for real.
Well, get yourself checked out, young man. Okay, just go to a doctor, check yourself out. You might need to get Viagra or Cialis or
Damn,
something.
at this young though?
It's called it. And premature ejaculation happens to everybody on different times. It's your body. Look, that's why you should check your body out, young man. Check your body out. All right.
Yeah, that's all I was on because it was the first time it ever happened to me. So I thought it was maybe I was nervous or the condom was too tight. I don't know.
I don't blame it on the condom. See, the condom ain't do nothing, dog. You got to stop blaming. You blame it on everything but you, motherfucker. You put pressure on yourself.
Facts.
You would try. Hey, dog. I know you saw that ass. You're like, man, I'm gonna kill that fat thick ass. I want to fuck the shit out of her, right? But you were thinking,
facts.
Right? And that's why your dick said, nope. Nope, we're not doing it. She ain't worthy. Your dick did you a favor. Like, don't fuck this one. We might have to throw her back in the water, like the car was saying, okay?
Yeah, I wasn't tripping because she's, like I said, she was from out of town. She was just here for the weekend. But
all right,
I got her
but you are tripping.
But I appreciate you,
yeah,
fellas.
right.
Y'all enjoy y'all
No
day.
more unprotected sex, but that was the last call. Thank you, call. That was no more calls. All right, guys. Lucario, Shop Lucario, what do you want to say to them before we wrap up?
Yeah, guys, make sure you go to shoplucario.com. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you guys get your online dating consultations at shoplucario.com. Get them joints ASAP. Let's get it cracking. Let's go.
Yes, and tonight with my dog K-Zagging and all, we're going to be talking about women's sexual desires cannot be negotiated, gentlemen. We're going to talk about that. Stop that negotiating shit with that, guys. Appreciate y'all. Need to get with Lucario. Go to shoplucario.com. Go to themanmindset.com. Holla at your boys. Make sure y'all subscribe. We'll see y'all later on, man. We out this joint. Peace.